do.
Cool.
Hooray!
Right then. Guess it's time to head off into a dreary, dreadful fantasy land that somehow still is not that bad. Because you guys are still alive and kicking, and you are not undead freaks. Just
You don't
Yeah,
know
unlike
that.
real life.
unlike real life, yes.
Is this the real life? This is
Or
just
is it just
Fantasy.
fantasy?
caught in a
Guys, we're gonna
landslide.
get copyright strike.
Or in a land.
Too late.
Hold
I'm very
on, let me
strong.
write that down real quick. Anyways, last time we left you guys off, you collectively set off from the Skymoot camp on a mission to scale the m- massive, gigantic, towering, I'm running out of adjectives,
Fuck off.
mountain known as the seat of the goddess. The party were accompanied by Ronnie, a druid from the local circle, and Lug, a half giant and seemingly friendly, if not very bright, fellow who aided you in your advances, so to speak. The climb itself turned out to be a contest of endurance and strength, more so than anything. The earlier few hours were not that bad, but eventually you decided to scale the wall side to get have yourself catch up on a little time lost. And through a few good rolls, you managed to do that just perfectly without issue. The issue came later as you had to cross snow-capped fields and treacherous steep cliffs, navigating deep snow that went as far as your waist-side, and also the foreboding ice that lied beneath, threatening to crack beneath each step, sending you to a certain death at the feet of these mountains. And if that wasn't bad enough, come nightfall, spirits began to encircle the fields, rising to ascend to the top of the mountain as the legends speak. These spirits, lost and wayward, seeking for a pathway to heaven, eventually got curious, and a few of them even grew violent and possessive, reaching out, trying to take hold of some of your souls, succeeding in capturing the body of Lug, the half giant. Fortunately, as luck would have it, the appearance of a certain cleric managed to stave off disaster as his holy magic, fueled by divine zealotry, managed to drive the spirits away. And with him by your side, you have continued to scale the side of the mountain. And I almost forgot, on these travels, the first encounter the party had was with a kindly old halfling woman, I think. Yeah, she was a halfling because she was very short. She wasn't just an Asian grandma. And she gave them a little bit of information about what had been going on these mountains.
What little
For-
information she did not forget.
Yeah. She forgot a very important part. Wyverns. But at the very least, it resulted in a bone-clenching battle where the barbarian threw the fighter at a wyvern who punched it out of the sky and landed on top of it, dealing a whole shit ton of damage. He will never feel as cool ever again in his life. He has
Yep. Peaked.
peaked. Pun intended, given the circumstances.
Oh,
And
nice.
continuing on with the ascent, you met with one of the creatures that the druids feared, a so-called harbinger, an undead creature that seems to have devoted itself to upsetting the balance of nature, raising the dead around it as hungry ghouls. These ghouls gave your druid companion some serious pause, and following the battle, which you managed to stand victorious through despite tribulations, she nonetheless seemed to be in a state of trepidation, one could say. But you managed to rout them all and now stand before the maw leading into the caverns itself. That is where we left you guys off last time. Surrounding you on all these sides are ruins of old outposts. Recognizing the landmarks, given you have been in a similar structure before, they have something similar to dwarvish architecture. It is definitely made from stone, though not a lot of it remain. Only a few couple of walls and the massive stone arch ahead of you. And painted in the snow are these red, bloody circles, mostly broken up and washed away by snowfall, though you also see hints of it within the buildings themselves. What do you guys decide to do?
So, am I the only one who got a bit roughed up here?
I died briefly.
I took a
So,
little damage.
so should we gather up and should I? Do you want the? I know that you're not too big on the goddess, but may I heal?
I have no problem with the goddess. I have a problem with the church.
Well, as a branded heretic, I have issues as well. But am I like who wishes to be healed?
I'm good.
If you got
Don't
healing,
get
I'll
stepped
take
back.
it.
Same.
Possibly, we should possibly allow Ronnie to do the healing. Save yourself for combat.
Well, that's true too.
Ronnie doesn't fight; she stays back.
Ronnie stands to the side a bit, looking towards these circles. She is still and doesn't respond to your call out.
What do you notice, Ronnie?
What?
Ronnie, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, Ronnie?
I'm doing fine. I'm fine. These are just worrying signs.
How so?
Zeron dead in a holy place.
She nods. Someone has
No.
desecrated the ground here. Deliberately so.
Don is gonna step up. Can I use Arcana to see if I recognize this pattern?
You certainly can.
Alright. Let's see.
I will do a religion check.
Yep, can do this as well.
Nice.
Nice. I think that's the first time you actually rolled well on a religion check.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's the first time Melissa's rolled well on a religion check, but not her character.
So, what are we inspecting again?
Melissa, let's see. Sigrun and Don are inspecting this circle. It seems to definitely be arcane in its purpose. Don with a 16 Arcana, there is powerful necromantic energy even in this partially destroyed and old now ritual circle, so to speak. The blood, as it's clearly blood, is infused with dark magic, specifically necromancy. And Sigrun, with an 18 in religion, you know exactly the purpose for these circles within the School of Necromancy itself. With the deductions made by Don, you can come to the conclusion that this is something you've seen before. It is indeed, as Ronnie says, a willful desecration. It does not seem to be that the desecration of the site itself was the primary purpose of these circles, but instead it seems to hold a certain right in mind. Judging from the scriptures that you can patch together, there seems to be some sort of right of gluttony. It mentions consumption and flesh.
With my 16 Arcana, would don't know if how to disrupt this so that to restore the ground so it's not desecrated anymore.
A good old heaping of massive amounts of divine magic. You can particularly destroy the remnants of this using a divine magic itself. If you just want to sort of like push away everything upon this mountain, you would need to cast a hallow spell at some form of convergent place, a very important place. Usually a site of worship, or in this case, perhaps the apex of the mountain. That would clear away most, if all, of it. But as of right now, you could just try and burn this with holy fire.
Would a
Well,
little sprinkling of holy water do anything to it?
Definitely, yes.
Cool, I'm gonna pull out one of my vials of holy water and just kind of like start sprinkling it around on them.
Surf
Alright.
was. Sorry.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, you can start casting your spell now if you wish, since the others asked for healing anyways.
No, like, instead of doing that, when they start sprinkling holy water on this, like, big evil thing, Seraph was gonna try and, like, gesture with his hand, like, take a step back and I can just burn it with holy fire.
Oh, yes, that would wonderfully.
I mean, yeah, holy magic is really my thing. I get a feeling that this is what the big cheese wants us to do on the mountain.
I'd like to most like cast. Do I need to roll my sacred flame?
No, you can. I mean, you can roll it just to show me that you're casting it, but it's a patch of blood on the snow. It can't dodge anything. You just
No.
raise your hand and fire just burns down this white sacred flame, burning out from the patch, and the blood just hisses, and it gives off this almost it's a very fiendish, unsettling sound, much like a wound sizzling shut as the divine radiance burns away the desecrated snow.
Meanwhile, Leo's standing off to the side.
Is there more of these?
You're muted, Ray.
Oh, god damn it.
I see two more. There's one up this direction and one another this direction.
Let me see if I'm in. Like, I'm just gonna sacred flame them both. I don't think like it.
Yeah.
we-
Just hold your hands out, and again, two more pillars of flame burst from the skies, striking into these unholy circles and then banishing them from this plane,
Would
along with the foul magic that they cast. And with that, a slight but somewhat palpable sense of relief falls over the fields as the taint is burned away.
well, some of us needed healing, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you want your druid to do it?
Doesn't matter to me. I'm not that banged up. Leo's actually. I was actually going to ask for the purposes of not really actively doing anything. Would that have counted for a short rest for anybody that wasn't casting magic around? But I imagine we're going to take a short rest anyway.
You can definitely take a short rest. That only took a couple of seconds of work.
Oh,
Seraphos would seem impartial to either resting or going on.
I mean, we have plenty of daylight, and it seems like we're going into the mountain anyway, so we might as well rest up.
I'd rather go into the mountain, peak condition.
We're kind of on a tight schedule.
Leo, regardless of what the decision is going to use a second wind. So 1d10 plus 7.
Yep.
Oh, hi.
Wow.
Right.
So he just kind of quietly occupies himself with making minor patches to his armor, adjusting the plates.
So we're gonna. Any objections to resting?
It doesn't seem like there's going to be any objections to that.
No, I'm fine with that.
Which means you guys can roll hit die, and since you have a bard, that means you can add the d8. I
So
think.
it's.
Or is it a d6 for you or Son of Rest?
I'm gonna see here. I'm gonna double check. I think it's a D6.
So wait, is it plus? I'm so confused right now. So it's a D8 plus what?
Hold on, I'm checking it.
Oh, fair enough. Sorry, I thought you came to that.
Let's
My
see
bad.
here. Song of Rest. You get an additional 1d6 hit points when you roll hit dice.
All right, so
Gonna sell.
damn, that's tasty.
Tasty.
Oh yeah. I almost got all my hit points from one roll, and I was pretty banged up.
Yeah, you were pretty banged up. Then again, you have half the maximum hit points of Goran or
I have like, I can't wait for someone to be like, Seraphos, tank this, and I'm like, I can do that, but the moment I'm hit, I'm dead.
I can take it once.
Yeah.
That's why we said Gord and Leo Horde in the front.
Yeah.
Both Goran and Leo have ridiculous hit points.
As you sit down, Ronnie walks over to this wall here and just settles herself against it. She still looks a bit rattled and confounded, deep in thought, spending the hour mostly to herself and staying quiet. Log, meanwhile, is pacing back and forth, looking very impatient, asking constantly if it's time to move on yet. Much like a child in the backseat.
Leo reaches into one of his rations and pulls out a stick of jerky. Hey, big guy.
Hmm?
I know it's not much to you, but will this calm you down a little bit?
Look not hungry. Look need to find flour for Teku.
We'll find it.
We have to go up through those caves anyway.
Don, not really needing to rest, is gonna get up and go, well, look, let's go look over here just to keep him occupied while the others are giving the others some peace.
Yeah, I'll go with you. I'm feeling okay.
The more the merrier.
Well, to be fair, you can still walk around and do stuff while you're resting. As long as you don't roll skill checks or anything.
Nope. Don is more just keeping Lug occupied, so he's...
Sorry?
Yep.
I just gotta ask, what would be a normal priest of the church's position on druids?
Heretics?
Nice, good, lovely. That's all I wanted to hear.
Here's the thing: the church considers anything that uses anything except the divine magic as potentially
Yep.
dangerous. They are more or less forced to accept the arcane magic from wizards because the institute has grown such big. But
Yeah.
eldritch magic from bards, warlocks, and the old magic used by druids, those are no-goes.
Top notch.
So you're
Then my-
surrounded by heretics.
Oh no, not just
Ew,
heretics,
that
also
one.
wild practitioners of holy art. Lovely.
Gordon's gonna go up to Ronnie and ask her if she's alright.
Ronnie looks to you. She has these sort of like tired, a little bit defeatist eyes, but merely nods a little bit. She is uncharacteristically taciturn at the moment.
I don't know what taciturn means.
Silent. Those ghouls, they were elves once. Snow elves, to be specific.
Mm.
Do you know the process for becoming a ghoul?
I'm unawares.
Well, in short, you kill your brother and then you eat him.
Mm.
Ritualistic cannibalism gives you eternal life as a ghoul, but, well, you lose yourself in the process.
Seems like a terrible trade.
It is. Only but the most desperate or most depraved would fall to such. I don't know even know what to say.
What do you think drove this group?
Seraph was like raises his hand. Gotta ask though, you said ritualistic, so they don't have to eat all of them, or is it the actual literal cannibalism as well?
It is, well, the one they eat typically does die, as more often than not, several feast on a single individual, unfortunate as they are to be chosen.
Seraph was like raising her hands, like I don't want to hear any more of this. Like no thanks.
Sorry.
Leo is like is probably taking a whetstone to his sword to pass the time and just kind of eyeballing Ronnie. Clearly somewhat intrigued by what she's talking about.
It's a profane act. It is one of the acts that the Harbingers brought to our knowledge. It is one of the reasons that they were banished in the first place. This profane immortality that they promise is really no better than undeath. To think it happened right here, right above our moot, our most holy place.
Well, we'll
This-
just have to make sure that this doesn't happen again.
Well, for that we actually have to find the source of all this, whatever that may be. Can't believe. You don't think it's one of the druids, do you?
I
I wouldn't know. But I don't feel like one of the druids would go to such extremes if they weren't already an extremist.
if there was a deal, then something is owed. And surely that's the downfall of whoever did this. They thought that they could bargain with something as corrupt as this.
And you see Ronnie just grit her teeth a little bit and tug at her staff. Right then. Well, I shouldn't hold you up with my worries. You have your own to consider after all.
And yours are just as valid.
you're part of this group as well as I am. Your concerns, I will hear your concerns, no matter what my personal feelings are towards any of you. I might be a heretic and I might be trained in a church that all of you hate, but I'm here to talk and help any of you.
Good thing Don isn't here to hear this discussion. He would have some interesting inputs.
Yeah,
And
you, Sigrun, and Lug are currently off just meandering about. Though
Nick is
Lug
wishing
seems
he had gone meandering about. He's currently tending to his knee and ignoring the conversation.
if I just say la 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 inside my head, this conversation will never happen.
Hey, man,
People
in
eating
his
each other.
world, money is the true god. That's how his country works.
Anyway, I think we all can put our differences aside and all agree that whatever did this is an evil greater than the lesser or petty evils that we might disagree on.
Yeah,
well,
sure.
for the most part, we do seem to get along. And you're right on that. Whatever evils lurking in these mountains needs to be banished, one reason or another. If we let this continue, who knows what will happen.
Well, we helped you fix the temple where we found you.
There's an
Might as
abrupt
well help here.
stop. There's an abrupt stop in one of the sharpening strokes of Leo's sword. He looks over. Then looks back. Goes back to sharpening.
Yeah, well, there wasn't a lot left to save of the Circle of the Silent Stars, but you made the effort, if nothing else.
We saved you.
And I'm eternally grateful for that. I
That
sometimes
wasn't me
wonder
holding
if
it
I
over
really
your head. That
deserve to be
was...
saved.
You're really down on yourself. You know that, Ronnie?
Maybe it's just in my yellow and blood.
No,
Syruph,
because
like,
most of the
squints
elves
at
I
that.
know are like holier than thou attitude.
You're an elf.
You realize both her and I are well. She's a full elf, right?
Yeah, she's a snow elf, full of.
You realize I'm half elf too, big guy, right?
I can't tell any of you apart.
Points
Yeah,
her
to be fair,
very
I can't-
pointy ears.
Goran looks. I never noticed those before.
Syruph is like, looks
Well, we
cool.
know where Meatball's been staring.
Oh my.
What has elven blood to do with any of this?
I don't know if you're aware of this, but elves aren't exactly looked highly upon.
So, for someone who, like for a group that hates the church, you surely propagate their lies and propaganda.
I was mentioning the fact that, as elves, we suffer a lot of persecution in our lives. There's a reason a lot of snow elves ran off to the Korean wilderlands to live in these unforgiving winters, rather than stay in the cities where it's supposedly safer.
And on the behalf of the clergy, I'm sorry that whatever has befallen your people has. But turning to darkness isn't all on the church. You can fault the church for many things, but it's not all on them.
Can we move on?
Yes,
I'm just-
we should probably move on, but he's not entirely wrong. The church is not only to blame. Everyone wanted a scapegoat after the Bay Plague, and the elves were just easy and there to be targeted.
And still are. Let's go.
Yes, let's go.
What's the
Done.
matter, Don't you want to
Stigram?
talk about the
Yeah.
racism you've experienced?
No, no, I don't.
Does it have something to do with the ears? I bet it has something to do with the ears.
Yeah, it does, and other things too. Let's go.
Oh, is yours pointy too?
No, that's not what I. That's not what I meant.
Leo sets the whetstone aside and gives Rom a very grim look. Did they dock
Goran-
that too?
They didn't touch my pee-pee.
Goran leans down and stares at the side of Adelaide's head.
Log looks at you and then does the same. What Log looking for?
20 years.
No, Goran, I'm not an elf.
Siggy's got wings,
I
not
have
elf
wings.
ears. Big man. Meatball. I forgot. We have two big
I,
men
like,
now. It's confusing.
Stretch out my wings and like kind of put them back.
How long does that last?
Just
Too
a
long.
minute.
Yeah.
Well, the flying does anyway.
The flying part is only a minute.
Yeah.
She can have her wings whenever she wants.
I usually just keep
Anyway.
them hidden.
I guess I just never noticed before. And he starts to walk off.
We missed
was
a
what
very
about that?
interesting conversation here.
I think so.
Leo stands up, sticking his sword back onto his back. Yep, big man just realized that several of us aren't exactly human. I'm sorry, not big man. Leo looks at Meatball, and then gestures to Goran.
If you
What
would
is-
just call me by my name, there wouldn't be such confusion.
If I call you by your name, everybody will know who you are. That's not as fun.
I don't think confusion between ourselves is good when we're heading into a combat environment.
I would agree with that.
Nah, I'm with Horny. Nicknames are fun.
Sirif was like would seem extremely perplexed by this whole like, oh, nicknames are good. He's like, no.
Leo pauses, looks down, and remembers that he didn't reload his crossbow. So on cue, just clack, and then a glare over his shoulder at Dawn.
If nothing else, Don's little quirk at least brought a giggle to Ronnie's lips, so like the good party is, he managed to cheer up the party in a few words.
Shoots Horny's the finger guns. Hey.
You're lucky you're pretty.
Can I try to look at the area we've been in and see if I can discern that any footprints has been made by any like living humanoids going into the cavern?
Sure, make a survival check.
Oh wait, no. Oh fuck, yeah. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, that's survival. Looking around, there's really not much to take. Is for one, the footsteps of a ghoul is only remarkably different from the footsteps of a human, especially since you guys have been running around and fighting here for a good minute before you took a rest for an hour. It's pretty much a mess already. Difficult to tell anything from anything.
Fair enough. So who takes point and who takes the real guard?
I always take the lead.
Excuse me?
I always take the lead.
Alright. Do you want me to make one of your items glow?
Make his
That'd be
beard
hell.
glow.
It would be
Can I
helpful,
do-
yes.
Can I do that?
Yeah, you're
make
talking
my-
about casting light. I
Make his
think.
beard
Yes.
Don't make my beard glow.
Make his beard glow.
He can't put his beard away.
I think
So who is him? Just me having to.
Goran.
Goran,
Kratos.
this guy.
This guy.
Yeah. I just when people like just use third person, I'm like, who? Servo's gonna offer to light whatever item that you want to light it up.
His chains.
Yeah.
So he holds his hand out, and poof, a sudden brilliance sparks from your chains, and Goran, you now shed bright light in a 20-foot radius and dim light for another 20 feet.
Excellent.
Oh, right. You can't see in the dark.
No,
No.
but you can.
Yeah?
I can too.
Yeah, most of us can.
Seraphos ignites his sword. I don't really need to see in the dark.
Look
Put
at
that thing
these
away.
guys needing tools to see in the dark.
You can't just whip it out like that in public.
Seraphos looks at whoever said,
Yeah.
like, I need the goddess to see in the see in the dark. Do we need to continue this conversation?
You guys make it real hard for me to sneak around.
Yes,
Well, we are
they do. I
we're
agree.
we're casting a lot of shadows that should make it easier as well.
You can
Leo
hide behind
gestures
Luke.
for,
Luke is
to
big.
take a
Luke is
lead.
good shadow.
Well, to be honest, going in darkness isn't really the Firebrand MO.
You could put it away, that way we have a tactical advantage next time we engage something, but
I'm a zealous heretic.
I would rather they don't step over the edge and fall to an untimely demise. Remember that the darkness and the sheer size of the mountain are just as dangerous as whatever we're going to be facing in here, and you can't beat that down with your sword.
He has a
Leo,
point.
Leo looks at her. Did you see what I did to the front door of your old place?
Yes, it was very impressive.
Yeah, and he did just spend an hour sharpening his sword, so...
Yeah, maybe he can ruin it on a door.
Hey, I
Are we
just
go-
realized something.
What up?
What?
Silvers.
Yeah?
For am I correct in magic items don't get damaged?
Yes.
Magic equipment.
Magic equipment is extremely difficult to damage, yes.
Does that mean Leo sharpening his sword is a completely worthless endeavor?
Yes.
Yes.
It's
It will
possible,
be eternally
yes.
dull. You cannot.
But at the
sharpen.
same
You're
time,
just damaging the whetstone.
I was gonna say he's just grinding a whetstone on it.
You're making a sharper whetstone. That's important when you need it.
okay, so hear me out. Your scarred blade's magic is dependent. It's what's the word? Sympathetic. In fact, in other words, it is dependent on how you perceive it to be magical. So it's very possible that maintaining it with a whetstone isn't to sharpen it; it's to maintain its magical property for you.
You're basically a 40k orc.
Yeah.
I
It-
like the
it
idea
hits-
that he's just doing it, like, with no reason.
Crumping gets and crumping gets.
I mean, yeah, it can also be it helps him, keep holding reality and not go into full PTSD mode when
It's a
battle is
nervous
at hand.
tick.
You know what's better
Actually,
than
you know what?
crumping
Yeah, that's going to be my justification on it now. It's a nervous tick.
gets? I love it. It makes sense.
But anyway,
Yeah.
shall we?
We
Yep.
shall.
Heading onwards, you step into the caverns of these mountains, finding yourself on a downwards path where the light of the moon is slowly dimming behind you. Eventually, you find yourself in complete darkness, illuminated only by Goran's chains and Seraphos' blade. In this darkness, you find your steps eventually beginning to strike against rock instead of snow. And the first descent is perhaps 60 feet or so downward slope that breaks eventually into this massive, large, cavernous hallway. Darkness is thick all around you, and the cavern itself is so grandiose that even with 60 feet of dark vision, you cannot see ahead of you. No, it is not to scale.
I know. Just
And looking around, you look up towards the ceiling only to realize that you do not see any such thing. You do, however, see the occasional crack and cranny where a little bit of daylight is shining through, perhaps other openings to the cavernous system that runs through the seat of the goddess. But currently, as you are walking mostly in complete blind. The light of Goran's chains reaches 40 feet out, and those of you with dark vision, I believe, can see 60 feet, unless someone can see 120 feet.
Me.
All right, so 120 feet. You see that about 100 feet in front of you, the ground comes to a dead drop. It seems to continue more on the right-hand side and on the left-hand side.
I let Gorin know.
Don is gonna use dancing lights cantrip to send forward some light probes to see if he can kind of map out the area. It has 120 feet reach out from him, so he's kind of gonna use it to scout the perimeter of our vision
All
to
right.
give us some additional light.
Yep. You weave your hands, and eldritch magic forms in between them as these whips of magical fire, similar to what always surrounds Kiana, appears around you and begin dancing away. Capricious and almost fey-like in appearance, these flames definitely do put the dancing into the dancing flames cantrip as they move around and illuminate the area bit by bit. You do see ahead of you how much light does it shed when it on itself, the dancing lights.
Let's see here. Dim. It's like sheds dim light in a 10-foot radius.
All right. Only that was remarkably less. I thought it was more. Anyways, the lights just, it is difficult to make out anything in the dim light. It casts a little bit of shadow, but all around you, you do see what Adlet just warned everyone about, that about 100 feet right ahead of you is a dead drop. And the pathway continues 120 feet on your right, and on your left, it sort of begins to curve around a bit to the sort of like it seems to be a natural curve in there, about 8 feet down.
Well, looks
Who's
like we need
jumping?
to bust out the climbing spikes.
It
Well-
doesn't go around.
Well, we can't really see much from here. Maybe we should move along, see what we can see ahead of us.
Good idea.
Let's not be too hasty.
Maybe I should take the point here, Meatball.
But I'm a light source.
Leo turns and looks back at him. I can see in the dark, dickhead. I won't be able to see as far, but what I'm saying is, I think I'm a stronger climber than most of you. Therefore,
Well, yeah, now that you've taken my climber's kit.
I'm really not a climber in any capacity.
Was there any need for the name calling?
No, there wasn't.
I'm sorry. He's not.
He's not sorry.
He's not sorry. You don't even have to roll insight for that. He's not sorry. What are you doing, you dickhead?
You suck bad.
You suck bad. um,
So,
Leo's ties a rope around his waist, passes it back to Goran. What I'm going to do is I'll go ahead, and I can put what are they called, pythons, right?
Yeah.
you have Titans, yes.
I can put pythons in the wall as we go along. I just opened my mouth too wide to split my lip again. Ouch. That way everybody can hold on to that or tie themselves off to it. That way we don't go plummeting into and he jerks his thumb over his shoulder at the abyss.
Mind you, the abyss is about 100 feet ahead of you, so you have plenty of room to maneuver at your current position, and you can't even see the abyss with your dark vision. The only one who can is Adlet.
Oh, I thought we had gotten up to like the precipice of it.
You might have. Have you?
Yeah, yeah. You just said now we all see what she already saw, didn't you?
Yeah.
Did I? Huh.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right then. Well, in that case,
DM stroke.
yeah, DM stroke. Well, I didn't want to assume, but you do walk out across these frozen stone tiles, and that's when you realize that the floor, or well, the ground here is slick. It's not overfrozen with ice, so that you will slide and slip everywhere you step. But unless you're careful with your steps, it is a very true reality that you might slip and fall even with the slightest misstep. In the darkness, more so true than anywhere else. And much like the picture ahead of you describes, you do see, however, that right before you is a massive pillar of stone, or perhaps it is a stalactite of ice that has fallen, but it seems to rest in between the massive gap that reaches all the way to the other side, where you see, where at least, the very least, Adlet can see the beginnings of an edge. There are a few more of these stalactites or pillars, whatever they are, scattered about, enough many so that someone skilled and agile might be able to cross over them. Someone less skilled and agile might find the task a lot more insurmountable.
Everybody looks at Dawn.
Do we?
Do we?
No.
No.
Seeing something interesting there, Horny? Don says as he notices. He's staring at him.
Like I said,
I
you're
noticed
lucky
you.
you're pretty.
Sorry. Donnie takes up its dagger and whispers into it. Sorry, the wife said no.
I don't know how I'll cope. Probably like this. He just turns around and crosses his arms and looks at the pit, trying to figure out a way across.
You looking around, you also do see the path to the right seem to go on for quite a bit. It begins and comes into a somewhat of a steep climb. You can't see where it leads, but it leads somewhere. And
I don't
Yep.
think crossing a straight through here's a good venture.
No shit.
I don't know. We could just have Meatball throw us again.
Gore reaches over and grabs Leo.
You feel a point of something in your side. Don't do it.
I
Are we
suggest we
walking?
actually take out the climbing equipment. That way we have the pythons there to prevent us from falling any.
Yeah,
if we
maybe we
slip.
just walk
What if-
along the ledge and put pythons and rope in so we have something to hang on to.
Just in
What
case.
what's blocking us? Is it ice or stone or what? Surface
This
is from the
gap.
back.
Air.
Yeah.
What you were describing is we're coming in from here, basically.
Okay. I thought I understood it differently. My bad.
Yeah.
I have no good solution to this problem, other than a leap of faith, a literal leap of faith.
Well, we can also go
Around.
up that way and see if it goes around, but we're going to lose a lot of time.
Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to fly again today.
We'll just sit here for the rest of the day.
Could,
Otherwise, I
could
would be able to give you a ride.
Hey Sigrun, can you see all the way across with your 120 feet dark vision?
Probably.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Be-
Easily.
I imagine.
How wide is it?
Yeah, was it?
I don't think it's to scale.
It's not to scale. She can see, standing on the edge where she is, she can about barely make out the other side of the gap. So it is at the very least 100 feet across at your current position. It might be wider or narrower at other positions, but from your position, this is the closest you are at the moment, within 120 feet of you.
I doubt even Goran can throw us that far.
Leo pats Goran on the shoulder. I believe in you, big guy. Meatball. Shit.
Are you volunteering?
Nope.
Then keep your mouth shut.
Nope.
I
Can
see
you-
you around.
Don is gonna look over the edge. Hey, Sigrun, you seem to have the best vision. Can you see how far down this goes?
Is it
You cannot.
bottomless?
You cannot see the bottom.
How high is the ceiling?
Try shooting a
See?
fireball, Melissa.
The ceiling? You can't see the ceiling either, Sigrid.
It's much larger than I can see. Up or down.
I suggest then we start going around.
Yep.
Alright, turning towards your right, you begin to ascend the slope itself. How are you approaching this? Can I get a marching order and whether you're using the climber's kit or not, and how you're securing each other?
Yeah, let's tie ropes between all of us so that we can catch if anyone slips.
I would agree with that.
Yes.
Yep.
Leo's probably going to take point. He's the strongest climber, I think.
You might want. I'm debating
Somebody
whether or not
strong.
you should be up front.
Somebody
because
strong
I
up
mean,
front.
she
we're
could
near
be
the front.
second. It's not like that's
Yeah.
much of a difference.
Yeah,
Yep.
I can be second then, and that way we have my dark vision up front.
Put Goran third.
Goran third, yeah.
Strong root.
I'm probably gonna be closer to the back.
Same.
Mm-hmm.
The rogue and the quasi-rogue will do it from behind.
You can always disappear into a shadow if you need to.
Yep.
What about your friendly NPCs, the druid and the half giant?
They have giants somewhere in the middle, I'm guessing.
Yeah, because if he slips, it's gonna take all of us to catch him. So, giant in the middle.
Either that or he's gonna take all of us down with him.
Yeah, but at least we die as a team.
Just land on him.
We die as a family.
Alright.
Yep, Don is probably gonna go. Don is gonna go after Log because then if he slips, Log probably can catch him. Hopefully.
Yep. Alright, and Seraphos, do you want to go in front or behind Log?
I think Seraphos, due to him being able to see fuck all and having a torch sword, I think he'll be one in the back. Also to help anyone anyone falling over or whatever, because he's still a bit of a strong boy.
Right.
I'm gonna hand my 5 pythons to Leo.
And with the pythons, we can dislodge them after we cycle past.
Yes. That
So
is
it's like-
effectively how pythons work here. You can you can strike them in when the last one comes. He can grab it and move it to the front.
We just dangle Rom at the end of the rope, and he unlodges them as we pull him up.
Dope on a rope.
Well, I imagine they're going in the. We're not like actually climbing. They're just so we don't like.
Yeah, you're walking up a slope effectively,
It's
but you're
like a
using the
makeshift handrail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right then, you begin the steep climb, and immediately you feel that the surface you're walking upon is slick and treacherous. The first maybe 60, 80 feet or so go by without much issue, and you all can move up together as a group before you even begin tying each other together. And then the climb itself becomes a lot more difficult and treacherous. Can I get an athletic check from everyone at advantage?
No, because I accidentally closed my character sheet.
Mm,
Good job, Caps.
Ouch.
Oh, you said disadvantage?
Advantage. You're all tied together. This is effectively helping you guys out.
God
Okay.
damn, Lug.
Shit, Ronnie.
Alright. Let's see. That's Seraphos. I think that's everyone. Alright, so first step on the way goes pretty well. Lug himself seems to be having a little bit of an issue at first and almost slips for a moment, giving everyone the good scare, but he manages to catch himself in a bit of a crevice and just hold himself up before he falls. Breathing out a little bit. Whew. Lug found that scary. He says, having almost made pancake out of Don.
I'm really glad I'm at the head of this. I didn't want to get hit by anybody's shit on the way down.
Speaking of being ahead of things, can I get perception checks from Leo and from
Sigurd was
Sigrun?
up.
Yay, this is gonna be terrible.
From Siggy
Leo,
Smalls.
you have disadvantage.
Whoops,
9.
9.
No, Leo, you have disadvantage because this is in dim light.
Oh,
You see in
well,
darkness as it goes dim light.
Oh.
Sigrun sees normal.
Okay, 14.
Yeah, okay. So you notice ahead of you, with an 14, there are cracks in the rocks and the ice ahead of you. That is the information you get. There are cracks in the ice on the path you're taking, and it is too narrow to maneuver around.
There's cracks in the ice ahead of us. I don't know if we'll be able to get around it.
Damn.
Well,
Leo-
we don't have much choice.
I
This is
was
the only
thinking
path.
The same thing.
Leo's going to move up and give it a little test push. See how
Alright.
sturdy it is.
You lean your foot against it. It doesn't break away, but you hear the creaks.
How long is it?
From what you can see, it seems to span maybe 30, 40 feet.
Oh boy. Hey, how much rope do we have?
We have at least 150 because we did 150 earlier.
That's a good question.
Dawn has 50 feet of rope.
I also have 50.
So does Nick.
Yep.
I mean, and
Same.
everybody with an explorer's pack or an adventurer's kit or whatever it is has it.
Yeah.
Surf Quest does not have a rope.
Orin
I'm
does.
helping.
I don't know where he got it, but
His belt.
I bought it for you, I think. Or was
No,
it
she
Ren?
bought rope for Dawn.
Ah,
Yeah. No, it was part of my starting kit, and that's why I'm just making the joke.
gotcha.
Because you got him out of a freaking wagon that was.
Yeah.
So here's what I'm going to suggest. If we all hunker down here, we've got 5 Pythons, right?
I think we have more than 5.
Yeah, I just handed you my 5 because there's some in the climber's kit, I believe.
And I had 4.
Okay.
You have more than 5, that's for certain. I
Yeah.
didn't keep track of how many. That was your job.
Yeah, I have 4.
Climber's kit, I think, comes with either 5 or 10.
Well, since Ram was the one who bought Climber's Kit and he gave his to Leo, which was 5, so probably 5. So that makes 9.
Well, I think he had 5 already.
Yeah, because I just added the climber's kit, but I also had Pythons
So-
as a separate item. I don't know.
Yeah,
if I
you
added the
chose
climber's
the
kit.
Dungeoneer's pack, didn't you?
My pack? I took the burglar's pack.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay, everything
Check that.
everything that I'm finding about Climber's kit says it includes special Pythons, but does not give a number.
Yeah, I think I said it had 10 Pythons, because that's the Dungeoneer's pack. And it feels like a Climber's kit is just specialized Dungeoneer's pack.
Yeah.
And a total of 5 Pythons is what Ram should have had, unless he handed some over. And then you bought 4 for Sigrun, which means you have a total of 19.
Here's what I'm going to suggest. I want you guys to hang out at this point here. I'm going to remain tied off, and I'll go around jamming a lot more Pythons in, and also put probably 3 in at the end. And then probably have escort everybody across, taking a special care with Glug back there. And Rom, I want you to go across last because you're probably the lightest out of the bunch. Let me rephrase that. You're the lightest out of the bunch that I trust to climb.
Okay, so if you have like a handrail set up, basically.
I want a handrail that's sturdy enough where if somebody if that breaks through, it can still be used to try and shimmy your way across.
Is that gonna hold Lug?
That's why I want him to be one of the first people across.
Well, I think it's pretty hard to switch order right now. It's kind of a tight spot. I don't know, is there enough room for us to shimmy past each other?
Yeah,
No.
the Chinese fire drill.
Maybe each other, but Lug, no. Lug is like the break-off point there. You will not be able to easily shimmy past him.
He's kind of in the middle, isn't he?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, so that works out. But you see what I'm saying?
I was gonna say maybe he should go last, but it doesn't really seem like that's an option. So
No, not really.
sure, I'm last.
Well, here's the thing, though. With you going last, you'll be able to pull the Pythons up and not have to worry about, falling. You'll still be tied off. If
Yeah.
the lug starts to fall, unless we're all ready to catch him.
We're kind of all screwed then.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess.
All right. Leo gathers up the Pythons, puts a couple over on this side for extra reinforcement, and begins slowly shimmying out across.
Alright. I need you to make an acrobatic check for me. Alright. You hear the cracks of the ice and you feel rocks clamber on. And at one point you even hear something dislodge as you take a step down and then fall into the bleakness below, but you never hear an impact.
Damn.
But beyond that, you make it across without breaking the path or falling down yourself.
Is there anything on the other side that I can potentially use to reinforce my tie-off points? A stalagmite.
Make a nature check.
Nature check.
There are a couple of stalagmites around, solid rock. At the very least, far as you can tell.
Leo's going to hammer a couple of the pythons into the wall on his side and tie through it, and then pull the rope out and around the stalagmite,
All right.
using
You
that
pull-
as kind of a
Yeah.
anchor point, or not anchor
Yeah.
point, pivot point or whatever.
Pivot point. Yeah. I got what you were going for, but yes, you pull back, and now you have what you feel like is a pretty solid position. You will be able to shoulder a lot of weight on your own with this.
All right.
Well, in order then, I guess. So Sigrun first.
Alrighty.
All right, Sigrun. Make an acrobatic check at advantage.
Oh shit.
You are surprisingly light on your step, almost as if you're all still flying, but you soar past quickly, efficiently. Not so much that you are not weighing anything, you are still in armor, but you do know how to make your step both light and fast, making your way across and joining Leo on the other side.
Excellent.
Next.
I think it's Goran.
Goran.
Yes.
All right.
Acrobatics at advantage.
Did not go.
It did not go.
It did, both ones.
It might have slow. All right.
Might as well be.
So you begin walking, and as you do, the ground underneath your feet shifts, and a massive crack happens as part of the floor begins giving in. Leohorn, I need you to make a strength saving throw at disadvantage because the stalagmite you had secured 2 breaks. All right, you pull and you fall a little bit, but you manage to catch it just in time. And Goran, you begin to dangle off the edge and has to hold yourself onto the ropes. You see the pythons beginning to sort of like tug against the stone, and small cracks appearing. You are effectively hanging onto the rope right now. It's just you need to get across fast. Make a athletic check at disadvantage, which is cancelled out by the fact that you're a bear totem, so normal athletics. All right, cool. You just grab onto the side using both the rope and your grip strength to get across to the other side. There's now a 10-foot gap in the pathway that you will either have to climb or leap across.
Is it 10 feet?
10 feet, yes.
That's super simple for him to jump across.
Yeah, I mean, you're all right across. This is for everyone else that's going.
Oh,
Well,
I
shit.
hate this.
You're welcome.
Don didn't see it, but he clearly heard the crack.
You did
So-
see it because Goran sheds light.
All right.
If anyone needs to be enhanced to do this jump, please inform me and I will aid.
Nah, fam, I got this.
Hey, Gore.
But
What?
You want to grab onto this rope and help me hold it?
Sure.
All right, now you have two people holding onto the rope, so now it gives advantage again, even without the stalactite the stalagmite that so brazenly betrayed all of you.
Never trust a rock ever again.
All right, who was after Goran?
Jesus
think
Christ,
it-
I think it was
I think it was
Glug.
the big man.
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's Slug.
Well, it's a good thing that both of them are over now.
Wait, is it Lug or Glug?
It's Lug.
Lug.
I've been calling him Glug this whole time.
Yeah, I know. I thought you were just being a dick.
I accidentally squirted out too much.
This giant don't need no safety beside his finger.
You got this, big man. Don't and I'm gonna give him bardic inspiration.
Okay, look got this, and he begins thundering forwards with newfound vigor.
Oh,
God,
Christ.
he's gonna ruin the whole thing. He's just gonna jump into it.
And he steps on it once, and it begins to break away almost immediately.
Oh, no.
no.
I need a strength saving throw from both Goran and Leo.
Oh, fuck.
Normal or advantage or what?
Normal.
Okay.
Goran got advantage.
Yeah, I have
because it's
advantage.
bear.
So let's switch that. That's athletics.
It's strength saving throw.
Oh,
That's athletics.
I clicked. I know. I'm sorry.
All right, you both launch forward a bit, but manage to pull it up. And Luke just falls and begins to dangle his legs as he holds onto the rope. The sheer force with which he fell, just you see the pythons beginning to tear out from their sockets. Not the size of a creature of Luke's size and lack of delicacy.
Hey, Sigrid?
Yes.
Is that the name that we know her by?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Siggy.
Siggy Smalls.
Siggy Smalls.
What?
Perhaps you should, I don't know, stop picking your nose and hammer some more pythons into the wall.
I thought I had given you all my pythons.
You can take them out of pocket.
Okay, fine.
Or you can help hold.
Well, yes.
Ronnie, meanwhile, behind tries to hold the rope on her side to just keep it steady. And Lug is gonna try and climb up. And he manages, barely. But he begins climbing, and sort of like scrambles up on the side, kicking his legs, looking absolutely terrified.
After he gets up, Leo gives him a little pat on the whatever he can reach. There, big guy.
There,
You're good. You're good.
That's a good boy.
Lucas, sorry. Lucas was not ready for that.
It's okay. Just
It's okay.
help me hold this.
We're all alive. You're alive. And you're strong, so...
And Lug happily goes to hold onto the rope. The gap is now 20 feet. You can no longer walk across. You will now have to climb across using athletics rather than acrobatics.
Oh, hell
Wonderful, Don says he kinda looks down. Well, here goes nothing. He says,
Make an athletics at advantage.
alright. Up.
Ooh, that was a close call.
Oh,
That's
a zero.
That's twice you've done this.
Oh!
Don is not good with athletics.
Yeah.
Nope. But he has fortune on his side, and he managed. Don just begins climbing aside. He is not sure about this. PE was not his subject in school, but with the help of everyone else and the fact that he is not a big lumbering oaf of a half giant like someone else is, he managed to make it across with ease.
He's clearly struggling, but he shrugs it off as nothing as he comes across. Yeah, that was nothing.
Ronnie is gonna go next. She too is gonna make a athletics at advantage. She too manages to get across, though with a little bit more effort. And eventually taking down on the earth on the other side and says, "Oh, how I wish I had seen giant spiders by now. Oh well."
Wait, can't you turn into a bird? Don't suddenly.
At that, Leo just looked over at her.
I wanted him to feel useful, okay? And she just blushes a bit and pulls her hood up and goes to hide in the back a little bit.
Gore just gives her a little pat on the shoulder. It's okay.
Don't worry, we all. It's probably smart to save it in case you fall. Just keep that in mind.
She curls up into a little ball at the end. And we're down to Ram and Nick.
Well, Nick just teleports across.
Wait, aren't you forgetting someone?
Hello,
Oh,
I am here as well.
Oh.
I forgot Seraphos.
I love that I made that jump without having to roll. Thank you very much.
No, you gotta do the check, buddy.
You can go next, because Nick's just gonna teleport across.
Seraphos is gonna put his sword back where it belongs. He's not gonna drop that.
Hang on a second, actually. Yeah, you can go first.
All right,
Athletics at advantage. The gap is... Yes.
I don't think I can do anything to help this. Does bless work with this?
No, if you have guidance, that'll work.
I don't have guidance.
Alright.
Yeah, but I have to touch you for it, so. I mean, I managed to do it. I have a -1. You define.
Don't jinx it, man. Okay, so acrobatics, correct?
Athletics at advantage.
Oh, I thought it was acrobatics. Oh,
No, we switched since Lug broke the thing.
I'm still gonna fail, but that's so much better because that would have been a -1 instead
You
of.
begin climbing, and you hit a patch of black ice with your foot, slip, and pull on the rope. I need a... But at this point in time, with both Lug, Goran, and Leo pulling, they just instantly save you. It's not that hard for them. And you manage to catch yourself before you begin falling. A few of the pythons begin to break free a little bit. And one of them even comes loose. But it's secured to a piece of rope, so it's kind of just slithers there. You climb across a little bit, and eventually make it to the other side.
I didn't study for climbing. Seraphos says as he gets up. This is not in any books. I hate it.
You've been wandering around a mountain for how many years and you didn't learn to fucking climb?
Years? I've been here for a few months.
Okay, months.
No, I've been wandering. I haven't been climbing.
So, what was the range on your shadow step, or was there no range?
60 feet.
All right, because it's a 20 feet gap, and then on the other side, there's Goran shining 40 feet of light.
Well, I can.
I mean, is all of Goran's chains glowing, or can he just grab bundle it up?
Goran, make it dark over there, please, so I can get over there.
You can just throw your sort of like sleeping bag over them, and that'll...
Shame. I'm in chains.
Yeah,
And
he
he just melts into the ground and reappears next to everybody else.
All right, cheers. I only send it so you can see that if you block it with something opaque, it works. But don't mind. You did the thing. Doesn't matter.
All right, Ram, you see Nick disappear into the shadows and just warp back to the other side. I don't think the rope will go with you though, because otherwise that will be very weird
No,
for Red.
he'd take the time to unattach himself from the rope.
Yeah. Glorp.
And then
Glorp.
once he's on the other side, reattach himself to the rope.
Yep.
That will never not be strange.
I want to suck your blood, Siggy.
Creepy.
Excuse me, what?
All right. I guess it's my turn, right?
Yep. Athletics at advantage.
All right. And I'm gonna
Two
pull the
ones.
pythons out on the way along.
All right.
2 1s.
No, Ram is an experienced outdoorsman and climber. He has done this before. He just goes there and picks them out as he walks, and easily enough, he is across, and all of you have made it across this narrow gap. Though your tribulations are not yet over, as the path continues onwards into the darkness.
Cool.
However, here on the other side, all of you with dark vision can see that maybe 40 feet ahead of you, the platform gains a little bit of width, which gives you plenty of space to realign yourself and reapply your marching order as you please.
I'll be right back.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Uh-huh.
I will reattach myself near Rom.
How further? Don's gonna call to the front.
It goes on forever. At least 1,000 feet.
That's not
Uh,
forever.
So, Sigrun, you can see what looks to be at least the beginnings of some sort of owl bridge, perhaps, ahead.
Okay.
It seems to be a natural rock formation.
There seems to be some kind of bridge or something up ahead.
If we just circumvented a bridge, I am.
Oh no, it's ahead of you, not behind you.
Oh yeah, but I can't see it because I'm blind.
Yeah, no, that's why. Yeah, same for Don. That's why he asked.
Yep.
Well, let's move. Shuffle, shuffle.
Moving on. Moving on.
I shout back because forgetting about how Seraphos can't see in the dark. Would you like me to light something up?
He draws
Told you,
his
Lay.
sword. He draws his sword. No, wait, what? Do you want me to light the way up? I can't see more than he like points into the darkness. It's not about the light. It's about not being able to see more than.
Also, we're on a narrow path with a giant in between us. We can't
Yeah.
really see past him.
It's
Yeah,
not light that's the issue.
I'm gonna cast light on the rope that's connecting Seraphos and
Can't.
Can't.
No.
One object that is no larger than 10 feet in any dimension. The rope is
yeah,
50
point.
feet.
Okay, good point. Damn.
And it's larger than 10 feet in our dimension.
Yes.
Also, he has a flaming sword. Like we said, it's not the lightest issue. It's Lug, the giant.
That's a good
it's-
point.
It's luck and the fact that we can, like, even if he wasn't there, we can only see 60 feet.
Yep,
From-
40 feet actually. 40 feet
40,
ahead
fair
of you.
enough.
4 feet.
But
Okay.
yeah.
But calling it out, as you walk closer, more of it comes into view, and you can see it's indeed a natural bridge formed out of a mixture of stone and ice that seems to have come together and sort of make these sort of like makeshift arc that crosses over the pit itself. standing around. It seems to come out from a circular platform that is otherwise barren of anything of note, except the rising stalagmites all around you. Let's see here. Stepping up to the bridge, however, you look across Sigrun, and you are the first one to notice that on the other side of the bridge, literally on the other side of it, stands a figure. It is about 10 feet tall. It is vaguely humanoid in shape, but has these two tall antlers rising from the tip of its head, and seems to be dressed in some form of ragged cloak. With 120 feet and seeing normally, you can also tell that the creature is hovering about a couple of feet above the ground, and it is holding a staff in what looks to be bird-like hands.
Oh God. Can I do a religion check to see if I might know of any kind of thing in the books?
You certainly can.
Can I see it? Can I do the thing?
Oh, that was supposed to be not at advantage.
Wait, did your character have the dream?
Yes.
Okay.
Did she have the dream?
Yes.
I don't think she did. I thought it was Leo,
Nick and Rom.
Nick and Ron.
I did too,
No,
because I
I
helped destroy
didn't
the
have-
things.
I didn't have the dream.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. You do not recognize the creature at all. However, you do recognize that it is definitely not a normal human. As
Nope.
the hood rises up, it casts a shadow that is much longer and thicker than what the hood suggests it should be casting. And from within, you can't see any facial figure, shapes, or forms. You see only two glowing blue eyes.
How far away did you say it was?
It is across the bridge, about 100 feet ahead of you in total darkness. And it is
Okay.
looking right at you.
Ah, we found a bridge
There's
troll.
something looking at us. It's not pretty.
Can you define thing?
I describe it.
Is it alive?
It's looking right at us.
She said it's standing, didn't she?
Floating, more like.
Oh.
Hovering.
Are we talking painting moving or creature moving?
I don't know.
You said it's
It is
looking at us.
deathly still, aside from looking right at you. It is not moving an inch.
So it's creature.
You want for
Yep.
me to shoot at it?
Well, if it
It-
can see us, it probably would have killed us if it has hostile intent.
I mean, it's 100 feet away. That said, there's some things I can do with that distance, but
Do you want me to go in and poke at it?
Well, we could converse with it.
if I can get within 60 feet of it, I can tell you whether or not it's something evil.
Well, we're not waiting, we're moving, right?
I mean, if we get close enough, it's gonna try and likely kill us anyway.
So just be prepared. It's like, there's a good chance it's going to kill us, so we'll try to.
Don is gonna cast his dancing lights and send it forward until the creature comes into dim light for everyone to see.
Leo's
You-
going to equip his shield.
You create these dim lights again, and they dance across the gap, shedding these dim light until all of you see this creature I described lighting up within these dancing wisps of flame that begin to almost encircle it as it takes its hand out, holds it open, palm open, as if it was beckoning a bird, and the lights snap from your command to its command.
Does anyone want me to do introductions?
And the creature now, you can see it has paling bluish skin, seems to have mostly humanoid feet, but is floating, as I said, a couple of feet above ground. Seems to be bare beneath this sort of like cloak or poncho it is carrying. It is blue in color, inscribed with druidic runes of some kind, and has a sort of like feather-like boa across its shoulders and neck. And instead of its humanoid hand, it has like these bird-like chicken feet, if one could say, but they have 5 fingers and 4 fingers and a thumb, similar to a human, with long claws extending from it. In one hand, it holds this sort of druidic staff, a tall wooden staff with a bird skull at the top and a sort of like crown of feathers.
Please
All right.
And despite the lights floating in front of its face multiple times, you only see the darkness from which these pale blue eyes seem to glower and burn almost like flame itself. And now that all of you can see it, it turns and looks towards all of you, and it moves its steps to its left hand and moves and points the staff up alongside the path you're currently walking, and merely holds the staff pointing in that direction.
Don is gonna wave.
I think it
Why,
wants us
hello
to go
there.
that way.
He's gonna call out in primordial, since he speaks. Well, hello there, stranger. You enjoying the mountain?
No answer.
Be another Fae.
Just a guess would be the most ancient language that I can talk besides Celestial be Giant.
Probably yes.
All right, and I'm just to get like a sanity check. Thaumaturgy would not be a bad thing to try and communicate with this thing, right?
Wait,
Thaumaturgy? I mean, it's a booming voice.
Yeah. I'm just before I don't kill the whole party.
just saying, we're in an ice precipice with lots of,
Ice.
ice pointy things that could fall on our heads. I wouldn't necessarily use something loud.
Don is gonna use his universal speech just instead. I don't know if you. He's gonna try his universal speech and try again. Hey, you, tall and pointy with horns. Give a wave if. Like. How's it going?
Nick's just like, I think he wants us to go that way.
You want us to. My friend thinks you want us to pass on this way. That's correct?
The creature does not respond.
Do I hear adventure that way?
Well, he doesn't seem to be up for talking.
Seraphos was about to speak, but he's like, fine.
It is pointing, so you have basically 2 roads ahead of you. The way back is, of course, the way back. You could have continued on this small sort of narrow path, or you can try and cross over the bridge, which will lead to the other side where the creature is currently standing.
Silver, did you say we were within 60 feet of it at this point, as we got closer?
I don't think you started to move. You started to move closer, and then Don cast his dancing lights and sent them over.
Okay.
So you can still continue to approach it if you wish.
Servo's gonna try in Giant. As they approach, he's not gonna stop. And
A universal speech means that it can understand and.
what?
So.
Wait,
But,
so it also works for me.
Yep, everyone. On universal speech means that all creatures. I can make any creature up to my charisma modifier understand what I'm saying.
Alright, but he's gonna say that we've come here to rid these lands of whatever of this plague that has affected it. do you have any boons or aid that we may acquire so we can help this? To help us in this task.
Rom, also speaking giant, whispers to him, "I think he's part of the plague."
And again, no answer. It is holding its staff, continuing pointing that way. Are you still approaching it?
Serapho's gonna respond. If it's part of the plague, we should not let it stay here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of in our way, so
The party is silently contemplating murder.
But we approach it, right?
Are you?
I mean, Don isn't because he's not a frontliner. What are the frontliners doing?
Yeah. We're sheep. Goran's gonna start walking towards it. Nice. Good boy.
All right. Are you following Sigrun? Because I knew that when you're within 60 feet, you're gonna want to use your ability, Divine Sense,
Yep.
right? All right. You guys begin crossing the bridge. The creature doesn't move at all. It is about when you're 60 feet close to it, on the bridge about. Is Leohorn following?
Nope.
All right. When you get to 60 feet, you can use Divine Sense, and you would immediately be able to tell that this is not an undead creature. It is a fae.
God damn it.
Yeah. Yeah. Which
And the moment you step there and you feel that it is a fae, you see that it raises its hand and sort of make this stop sign.
I stop.
Yeah, same.
You stop for a moment, and then you hear crack from above, and you see massive icy stalagmites come falling down towards where the bridge is.
Oh shit. Yeah, I go back.
I need dexterity saving throws from the both of you.
Back.
Are they still tied off?
Yeah? You didn't say that you tied off each other. Oh, well, I mean, you didn't say that they released themselves, so...
God
Right, yeah.
damn.
Would I be able to? Would I have noticed the noise?
Yeah, all of you heard it. But
Alright.
they are making the dexterity saving throws about the time you guys have a chance to react.
Okay.
I didn't see one from Sigrun. Alright. Those are both failures.
Yep.
The first ice spike strikes the bridge just a few feet away from where Goran would have been if he hadn't stopped his track. And the bridge breaks apart and it begins tumbling down. As you retreat, you find yourself caught in the tumbling mass, and both of you are falling. I need a strength saving throw from Leohorn and Lug, I think, because those are the ones next in line. Holy shit.
Calm down.
Oh, he didn't have disadvantage, so that's a 24 and a 23. So they hold on, and you guys swing in and slam into the side of the mountain, taking 10 points of bludgeoning damage each. And I need athletic checks from the both of you. Goran?
Sorry, my phone just went off 4 times and trying to find it. It said strength saving. Or,
Athletics check.
all right.
All right. As both of you slamming, you manage to clamber onto the rope and hold on tight. You do not begin following anything, thankfully, and you do not begin dragging anyone with you. You can begin climbing up normally again. And as this chaos erupts and the ice begins falling, somewhere in that time, this Fey spirit, or whatever it was, has seemingly disappeared out of thin air.
Well, I hope that something was gained from this venture.
Yeah, what
I
was
feel
It was a
justified in saying don't go that way.
Well, we
it? Zero
can't
was in the
now.
back being like, so what was it?
I mean,
Good.
Don
So we
illuminated
know
it
it's
for
a
everyone.
fae. What does that do for us?
What? Do I deduce that the only reason why I didn't get hit by that thing was because the Fae told me to stop? Like, the only reason why I wasn't impaled by it?
You can come to that conclusion, yes, if that is what Goran would come to the conclusion.
Yeah. Goran would say that. It's like, the only reason why I'm not currently impaled with an icicle is because he told us to stop.
Or he was trying to get you to stop and dropped it on you.
I don't think so.
So what you're saying is we should go the direction he's pointing.
Well, we don't
Yes.
have a choice now.
Well, it could have told us to stop and then not have destroyed the bridge. I think it's...
Yeah, why didn't it
If
speak?
it was it that destroyed the bridge, I mean,
I don't know if
From-
it was that destroyed the bridge or if it was telling us to stop before we got impaled.
I would
usually when
not-
someone
Spoken
uses
to
magic,
and yelled
it's
to us
rather
not-
obvious.
I would not lend any credibility to the Fae.
Luke didn't think it looked too bad. And Ryan says, I actually with the priest on this one. Fae are capricious creatures. Who's to say this isn't just some game for it? I don't
It's
recognize it
Counting
either.
that.
It's
It sounds like you are.
my theory on this particular Fae right now is that us removing the plague will help it because it is encroaching on its corrupt domain, so it is a lesser evil for us at the moment, but an evil nonetheless.
Either way, we're not going to be able to figure out more by sitting here talking about it. We need to keep moving.
I'm waiting for people to climb up.
Yeah, you're the one who's leading, love.
I know. I was waiting for the discussion to end, and what I'm saying is...
We can
that's-
walk and talk.
Yeah.
No, it's Dungeons and Dragons. Talk or walk.
Talk
You
or
only get
walk.
one.
But just a reminder, like, the people in front, if they want the conversation to end, just say we're walking because we don't have a choice. We're just sheep.
Everybody's walking because they're all tied to Leo. He's going.
Yep.
Unless
Continue.
Log didn't want to walk, in which case that might present an issue.
So the walk continues onward for quite a few hours. It is a tiresome climb, however, no longer as dangerous as it was before. Can I get a Constitution saving throw from everyone?
No.
Add advantage
Oh.
because you have the item.
Destined 24.
Would Destin 24. Was Rani. This. Look. Alright.
Or as I've been calling him, Glug.
Luck. All of you succeed. None of you gain a stack of exhaustion. Eventually, you begin seeing light at the end of the tunnel as your climbing takes you upwards, and you see literal light shining through in an opening. It is a little bit. It is not the color of daylight, so to speak, but rather that of a setting sun. A little bit orange in color. The final stretch leads you up into a opening in the cave, and you find yourself stepping out into the mountain and find yourself on a cliff precipice overlooking a steep fall deep into the bowels of the canyons below. It is a fair and far drop from your current position should you fall here. Though from your current position, you can look around and you see that there is a path along the mountainside to your left that you can follow to continue up further up the mountain. snowfall has begun in the time you've spent within the cavern, and it is now blowing breeze, but ultimately very cold and chilly winds. The snow beginning to hit and whip against your any bare skin that you might still have.
Wow, now we get to climb and be cold.
Yep.
The Fae take us to such beautiful locations.
Zero of us will look at that with a sharp, sharp glare.
I say nothing. See nothing wrong with it.
I find this view rather breathtaking, actually.
The
And
view is
everything
nice.
is
The
a-
cold, not a fan. Running.
Oh, have my spell run out? Her spell is not actually run out. It is actually getting colder. Well, not cold for the people that are used to it, only for the people not used to it.
It's cold.
I mean, it's not, oh my god, I'm gonna die cold, but it's definitely, I don't enjoy this cold.
Yeah.
Comfortable.
At the very least, the path that lies ahead of you seem a little bit more mild and not as steep and dangerous of a climb as the insides of the cave that you just exited. Let me move on to picture here.
So, I'm looking at this situation and I'm thinking, the sun is setting. Oh, sorry, the sun is going down, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. And we don't have anywhere good to camp beside this cave. So should we venture forward? hope-
We're kind of on a tight schedule, and I think I might have gotten it settled for us. You know, we've been having a couple of hours. I've been smooth talking the wife. She and
Why?
she's
Excuse me, what the in the hells are you on about?
He
He's.
You'll-
carries his wife
you'll-
in a dagger.
you'll find out
she's a
anyway.
Do we need
I
to
managed
bring
to-
anything like a housewarming gift or something? Because, you know, being that you're one of my oldest friends and all, I feel like I should have a better relationship with your wife that could destroy me with a look.
Bring
I
your
got her
charming
rocks.
personalities and best behavior,
I
preferably
can
the
do
latter.
best behavior, but I have a terrible personality.
Yes,
You do.
preferably
It's
the
really
latter.
bad.
But seeing how she kind of got herself fixated on that pretty jewel that I promised to bring her, and since that's on our list of to do, she's kindly agreed to help us on this escapade.
Dear
And of course,
TM, dear TM, can I make any check to see if something is affecting my party members? If there's something in the air, or if there's some magic trying to make them go completely, utterly insane?
You don't have to make a check for that. You look at Don. This guy is
Oh, wait.
sketchy as fuck, but
Can I
he
do
is
an insight
definitely
check to see if he's lying?
I
Sure.
mean, you're from
don't like-
Ilvasker, right? And dealing with the church, because
It's not
I guess you haven't
Nebraska.
heard Don's full name, but yeah, Donato is pretty high profile as it goes to heretics. He has a reputation.
What's that reputation, though?
I mean,
Burn the witch.
he's an evil heretic who dabbles in dark magic and murdered
Okay,
his father.
but doesn't make this any less insane.
Nope.
So we're gonna continue and see if we can find somewhere to set up camp. Yes.
Yes, we're gonna continue, and don't worry, I got camps sorted out for everyone.
Night's sleep where it's warm will be very welcome. So
I was
I can
warm
take-
last night.
I can take care of food if that's an issue.
No,
Don't
won't be an issue.
necessary.
I kind of shout out or not shout, but speak loudly. Kiana, you have my thanks.
Luke is just as confused as you are, priest, if that helps.
I've learned not to question it anymore.
Trust me on this one, but we're burning the little daylight we have. Let's.
I
put
figure
a
we're
move on.
walking and talking.
I'm
If
not
not,
sure-
Nick has walked away from you guys, being like, "Ugh!" Nick's gone.
You know,
Nick gets about 20 feet and then he remembers that he's tied off to everybody else.
I mean, since
We're
kinda
going
debate-
this way.
I'm just
I mean,
saying,
since
you
we're
guys.
kind of debating going forward or staying in the
We're-
cave, I kind of
we're-
assumed that we had stopped.
Yeah,
We're-
that's what I assumed as well. But
Yeah.
I just want to say that the idea that a guy with a bad knee would rather climb a mountain than hold a conversation with you is very telling about us literally likes that.
As somebody with a bad knee, I will gladly run away from somebody than have a conversation.
Look, Don said camping's taken care of. Let's keep moving. Upon which Nick's like, "Okay, cool," and started walking away.
Just to put a bow on it, when Seraphos is told to trust the sketchy fuck, he's gonna be like, I will not trust you, but I'll take your word on it.
You're welcome to
I
stay
mean,
and sleep in the
doesn't
cave
have
for
a
all I
choice.
care.
No,
I mean-
I will. I trust the party, but you as an individual, I cannot lie and say that I do. He moves on.
Hey, you're smarter than you look. Don says, giving
You're not taking
giving
it
him a
in
finger
here.
guns.
Sometimes it's best to keep the words inside.
You're really not helping them.
He must really hate being in the group of a paladin and a cleric.
Oh no, Don loves it. It's the paladin and the cleric that suffers.
No. Seraphos isn't suffering at the moment. He's just confused. He's very confused.
You need to be confused.
Well, regardless, they continue up the slope. Nick, you have a little bit of a head start. You don't need to tie yourself together anymore, given if you don't wish to. The pathway itself is
absolutely
relatively
do not
wide
wish to.
and mild.
It was a bonding exercise.
I mean, it's a pretty steep drop. You never know when you step on us.
Landmine.
The Fae. No one
Yeah.
knew what the Fae.
Nick,
Leo's going to remain tied off to Lug.
Nick, you are the first one to see. At the apex of this hill that you're currently ascending towards, you see the Fae creature again, standing there watching you, and hold its staff up and point to the very top of the sort of like hill you're on, and that's when you put two and two together and realize it is indeed pointing to a summit.
It's almost like you
Maybe-
guys should listen to the detective / bounty hunter.
And
Hey,
it
you
points-
guys want to go talk to it and like break off the top of the mountain or something?
No, not this time.
Cause a
And
landslide or an avalanche, maybe? What do you
I
think,
believe it would
Siggy?
be more likely. It would be more likely to be an avalanche. Honestly, it's a lot easier to
Or,
knock snow
or,
down.
or do we just want to follow it this time?
Just wanted to make sure it wasn't undead, okay? I'm
all for following the face. We're working out so far.
All I'm saying is it could have possibly tried to kill us. It's like there was no reason to go over there. That was out of character, by the way. Cool. Let's
Stop
go
thinking my-
this way.
Stop thinking my character is smart.
So, stepping onwards, coming up upon this cliff, the snowfall is now growing heavier, and after merely maybe half an hour of walking and ascending the hillside, gray clouds have drifted in and killed what little orange light was left in the sky. And now you can barely see atop of you as the snow begins to whirl and swirl all around you. This side of the summit is marred and dotted with sharp, jagged outcroppings of stone rising above the snow itself, making any form of climbing, not necessarily perilous, but difficult. From here on, you're walking across difficult terrain, and almost as if a natural path has divulged itself. If you look between the rocks, there seems to be a pathway that leads to what looks to be a valley hidden between two sort of like circular, high-rising rocks. And that is where what seems to be the summit of this peak, at the very least.
Okay,
We
this is
reached
starting
one
to
sum-
suck.
We reached one summit out of 7. How many was it?
12.
7.
1 out of 7, and we're only 1 day in. We're making good progress. Then again, we have to make our way back also. So we.
Yep.
So we need to put on the pace tomorrow.
I agree.
But for now, it's night falling. The snow is getting heavier. I don't think we'll reach much further pushing on. You wanna stop for the night?
Yeah.
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 All right, everyone, spread up. See if you can find a high, sheltered rock or something with a dagger. Won't be buried in snow, so we don't wake up 8 feet under.
Do my Valkyrie eyes see anything?
Make a perception check.
Do my elven eyes see anything?
Make a perception check.
I did.
Do my
No, mine don't.
non-elven anything see? No.
Do my Goliath eyes see anything?
Does my religious prejudice see
that was
anything?
A whole bunch of heretics.
Oh,
And
nice.
a possibly crazy person.
I'm not a heretic,
Don?
I'm a rich kid with daddy issues.
Yeah.
I know, darling.
Too bad you don't have advantage.
Yeah, I don't have advantage.
Yeah, you'd roll lower than Don anyways. Don beat you with a 15, and you rolled a quit. Anyways, Don, you find the perfect little stony outcropping. It is covered, it is sort of like sheltered from snow, but there are plenty of these smaller stone collections where it's easy to hide the dagger from prying eyes. It is also too small to act as shelter for any animal that would live up here.
All right, Don says as he puts his dagger down. Let's pack it in for night, shall we? As he activates his dagger and smoke starts emitting from it, pulling people in. And since Mo, you don't know this yet, so I'm gonna explain for you. Don has a magic item that lets him traverse into the elemental plane of fire, where he has his own personal pleasure palace. So it's basically a giant royal Arabian chamber filled with luxury furniture and all manners of comfort in the middle of an endless desert.
Should I read the description I had written down last time if I can find it again?
Or you can send it to me to save time.
Yeah, but he got the gist of it. It is this extremely opulent Arabian-style palace. The room itself that you're in has a large, massive window with this sort of like mattress pattern and a large balcony. It is constantly dusk with a setting sun in the distance and just endless stretches of golden sands and that sort of billow in the distance. And you have these carafes of wine and these, I don't know what they're called, the thing you smoke opium in.
Hookah?
Kuka, yeah. Pillows, soft mattresses. And at the very epicenter of this, you see, if you follow him through the smoke, of course, a female figure, sort of like lying very casually upon these silken pillows, attended to by magically animated these large palm leaves that constantly cool and fan her.
Stoking the flames.
She seems a lot less cold and hostile this time, almost as if she. So Don has really been. So yep, Don was true to his word when he said that he's been bothering it up. Also, she's getting used to you guys, having fought with you, and yeah, you have helped Don through some sticky situation. Especially Rani gets a nod of appreciation, although you she is you Seraphos, she kinda looks with some skepticism, although she at this point trusts Don brings in good people. As Don walks over and joins her on the seat as she rubs and gives her a kiss on the cheek. Well, have a seat, he says.
Nick goes into full. He was once, raised up like a proper gentleman and everything, and bows to Kiana. Thank you again for letting us stay with you.
Goran gives a one-handed wave. Hello.
Leo gives her a very courtly bow.
Ram
Sigrun
waves and says thanks.
nods at her and thank you again for your hospitality. It's much appreciated, and it's good to see you again.
She doesn't speak, although she gestures with her hand for you to have a seat around the giant table at the center.
Seraphos nods and gives a discontent grunt.
Seraphos, looking at
Yes.
this woman, the fire in her eyes and the general heat that she emanates, a aura of power, suggests, well, you already surmise she is not human. She is not Fae, and she is not a undead, a spirit, or a fiend. This is a genie, an elemental.
Seraphos, Kiana, Lug, Kiana. Justice. Lug might actually be able to reach the ceiling, although it is big enough for him to fit.
Mm-hmm. Luke sort of like seems to try and mind himself, but he's big and clumsy and just sort of stumbles over his own feet. And when he sits down, you'll see this boom, mighty thud, like he doesn't even know his own size.
Leo,
Kiana seems rather amused by this giant as it stumbles around her abode.
Leo is immediately going to set to stripping his armor off.
Yeah, before Nick sits down, he's going to, make sure his boots aren't dirtying the inside, putting them at the door. He's being as polite as possible because best friend's wife could just blink and kill him.
Nah, she couldn't.
No
Yes,
worse, blink and send you back out on the mountain.
Exactly.
Oh,
That
no.
would kill him.
So, oh, come on.
Well, Don says, well, it's been a long day. Let's have a meal, shall we? He says as Kiana weaves her magic and an opulent feast of the most rare wines and delicacies appears on golden plates, covering the entire table.
Is there any chambers that I might retire to? I am feeling quite exhausted.
You sleep
Why,
where you fall.
yes, we have a
I'll let-
library. We have a library to our right if you want some seclusion.
Library is no, thank you. Is there any kind of room or place I can rest?
Unfortunately, not. We don't really have a guest chambers. We're not used to having people over for dinner.
We all just kind of crash on the pillows here.
They're very comfortable.
They are quite comfortable.
Seraphos nods, trying to be polite, like, "Oh, then I'll go to the library."
You're very much welcome. Don gestures to the right where this It's not very private. It's only like a curtain separating it, but there is indeed a side room with a library and a fountain.
Nice.
Feel
Seraphos-
free to
soon-
take. Feel free to take any food with you.
No, thank you. I have my own.
As soon as Seraphos is out of earshot. Weirdo.
Who
He's a choir boy. Give it time. Don says as he takes his favorite cup and raises it in a toast.
I'm
Joins
gonna
in the
put that-
toast.
I join as well.
Ronnie doesn't know what a toast is, so she is completely unawares.
See, you pick up the goblet or whatever we're drinking from, and you just kind of hold it up, and we just, here,
She just
toast.
looks up with her cheeks full like a chipmunk's of food, and sort of like jelly dripping from her cheek, looking confused for a moment, then grabs the nearest glass and raises it.
Don't forget,
Not even hers.
don't forget to chew.
Nick turns away because that is both adorable and really hilarious. He's trying not to lose it right now. Cheers!
Yeah.
A toast
Look.
to getting off of this horrible mountain.
I'll drink to that.
Look, don't find it too bad. The
Oh, it's nice,
Winterlands
but-
have been fine.
Maybe
Tough.
I'll retire here.
Didn't you,
To
didn't
each
you
their
almost fall
own.
to your death a second ago, Glug? Glug?
Well, Lug is scared of death, but Lug is also appreciative of life. And the Wilderlands test Lug's strength, test Lug's character, make Lug grow stronger. And Lug need to be stronger for Teko.
Well spoken.
It's a very good outlook on that.
Yeah, I'm sleeping with
Sweet.
him tonight.
To each their own, I guess. I very much have grown accustomed to these
Opulence.
chambers.
Yeah, this is definitely out of the ordinary for me. I'm used to sleeping on leaves and twigs.
I'm pretty much used to just, sleeping in taverns and inns and things like that. It's, or if I'm going in between towns on a carriage of some kind.
Any place is better than a prison cell.
That's fair.
I'm afraid I've been spoiled by life. I have grown accustomed to only the best.
I think they'll get accustomed
just-
to this.
It just dawned on me. Seraphos doesn't even have what's the name?
Sleeping bag?
No, he just has a blanket. That's it.
Well, the place is full of
He's
your
gonna
silver-
sleep on his blanket.
He is deathly afraid that accepting any hospitality will bind him to this creature for all eternity.
Well, that and it's just wrong to take anything from these fiends that wants to steal all my stuff.
It's not.
You have nothing, he doesn't have better stuff of.
Yeah,
But
right.
He has faith, and he don't want to
Yeah.
lose that.
Yeah, I get where he's coming from. He is a man of the goddess.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, seated in a library, you at least have a little bit of time to meditate and take your time off. In this place, you do get a sense of relief, and above all else, there is security in this place. It is inviolable, much like the holiest of churches.
As they sometime into the night, into dinner, Don is gonna go see Seraphos in the library.
Seraphos is, depending on how long time has passed, he's either studying his own holy texts or trying to rest or meditate.
Don enters. He carries two goblets, golden goblets filled with wine. Hey there, just checking you up. Being Post and all, it's my duty to see to all our guests. How you holding up?
I'm not dead.
That
So-
you are not.
And thank you
Nonsense.
what has been offered, and I'm genuinely not comfortable and not being able to accept all these.
Don shrugs. I kind of had that figured out, but beats freezing on death on that cold fucking mountain. Am I right? He says as he sits down next to
I would have
Seraphos.
I would have preferred us doing this crucible together instead of having a fake respite that gives us a false sense of security. I believe that everything should be suffered in its full intent so that we may face the evil hard and ready.
I can assure you, there's nothing false about this sense of security.
Maybe not the sense of security, but the origin of whatever this is false.
I get the sense you have some choice word on your mind. Don't worry, I've heard it all before. Lay it on me. Don says as he sits down cross-legged, looking respectfully at the.
I'm not gonna regale you with long talks about how this is all profane and wrong.
Please
I'm
do.
here. No. Because this is the truth that we're experiencing, and I'm not gonna sit here and flail my arms hoping that reality is different. This is what we have to deal with, and I'm dealing with it as best as I can.
I mean, say the word and you can be back on the mountain. I don't judge.
I decided to help you with this quest. I'm not gonna insist on being some idiot. That's the church that insisted. Idiotic.
Preach, Don says, taking a swig of wine.
I'm not gonna preach unless you tell me to, and I don't think it's.
That was
gonna
just an expression.
stick.
What you reading there?
Oh, it's Give me 2 seconds. I need to. It's just the. He takes one book like it's one of the volumes of the liturgy of the truth of one, and this here this is mine.
This-
He says to another book he's holding, this is the disputations on the power and efficacy of negligence. It's
Are
important.
these
text.
common text for the church, or are they like specific for his heretical order?
First one is common. The liturgy of the truth of the one is pretty much spoken anytime there's a service. It's like the Lord's Prayer. The other one that you've only heard about in the Firebrand heresy, where some people decided, according to the officials, sources that you may have heard, some offshoots of the church decided that the church was being heretical and were driven mad by influence of outsiders and tried to burn down the olden abbey. And the leader was apprehended, and all the other heretics were hunted down by the brave men of the church.
Hey, so you're into them firebrand heretics that try to burn down the church?
I was one of the founders of the.
Mad respect, Don says, offering a fist bump.
Yeah. Seraphos looks at the fist bump and he's like,
You're really gonna leave a brother hanging?
Don't leave a brother hanging.
Seraphos looks at it. I'll. He like makes air quotes. Not leave a brother hanging if you tell me what the heresy is about.
Truth be told, not that insane. Some of you went nuts following this crazy lady and tried to burn down the church, and I'm
Seraphos
gonna
close-
say, big fan.
Seraphos closes his book and looks at him. Don't ever say that about her. She was not crazy.
Hey, I said it in a positive manner. No, she has. I say with utterly sincerity, that was some big kahunas on that lady.
Why? Why was she brave?
I don't know, setting fire to a church, trying to start a revolution. Pretty
Not
ballsy, if you
a
ask me.
church, the olden abbey where the Judgment Church originated. That's like going and setting fire to the Vatican.
Yeah, that's just a church for Don. He don't
True.
give much
Okay.
shit for that.
Also, they're asking Tiana if they can play music.
Well, for something new to start, you have to remove the old. And we were losing ground, we were losing people, and we were, in all sincerity, we were losing. And we concluded that we had to make it worth it. And in the end, all we've got was seeing our. I wouldn't call her a prophet, that it makes her sound like that she was. She was just a person. But our chosen got her wings ripped off in the front of a crowd while we had to fight our way out. I don't see how that makes her brave. I see how that makes her dead.
Those two aren't exactly opposites. You can be plenty of brave dead folks.
Well, she was brave, but I still believe that she didn't deserve to die on those steps.
I mean, yeah, probably. Like I said, big fan, but you know how the church
her.
are.
How can you be a fan?
Good question. So
Is it just because she burns things? Because you have a epiphany fire?
I gotta say, I'm a big fan of that part in particular, but you obviously seem to have a different view. So why don't you educate this
When you burn
ignorant
something,
fool?
so you just want to burn things. You also need to build things after you've burned it. You can't just leave things hard and brittle. You have to use those supports for a better tomorrow. Stepping stones.
Uh-huh.
Or are you not interested in a better tomorrow?
Are we talking better tomorrow for me or better tomorrow for like?
Is there a difference?
Yes, just vaguely around him. You know, I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. This one is in it for yours truly.
We've been given 7 decrees to follow and to make to sum it up, we need to make the world better.
I'm sorry.
I only see you making yourself, like making the world better for yourself at the cost of others.
I mean, at the cost of others is occasional. I'm not gonna lie. Don't say shrugging. But hey, yes you know. But hey, yes you know, you're cool in my book, even with your whole religion and church thing. So don't
Even
sweat that too much.
Oh, don't worry. For all it's worth, I will have your back. I'm not sure you'll have mine, but
As long as it benefits me, don't say, and pats him on the shoulder.
Seraphus chuckles like lowly and nods. When I said that I was gonna help you, that means I'll help you. I'm a man of my word.
I'll take it for what it's worth, Don says. Have a good night's sleeps, and feel free to read any book you see. Might not do you much good unless you speak primordial, and you might not like what you're reading. But hey, you're free. Don says as he leaves, leaving one cup of wine behind him.
It's all sheep's fun.
What?
I was making a joke.
As he leaves,
just pulls random book, and it's like the Genie Kama Sutra.
um, as he leaves, I'd like to add something narrative. Seraphos would say to himself, "I will bring order to this group of rabble. God is willing."
Good fucking luck.
Like
Don't
Seraphos
say
like
that
looks
to me.
up, like as he whispers to himself, like looks up, like what? How the fuck could he hear me? Kind of expression.
I think that's what
20 passive perception, nothing slips in by.
Oh yeah, he has a passive perception 20. Yes.
You just hear from the one other room. Good luck.
And all the rest of you just see Dom walking out and suddenly turning his head around and shouting "Good luck." And meanwhile, what has been going on in the main chamber?
I mean, read the messages.
Yeah.
I just figured you guys could regale me with all the misadventures you got up to in the meantime.
Nick's
Come
doing
on,
whatever qualifies for Tai Chi, as it's good for the body, good for the stretching of the muscles and everything. Then he asked if it would be okay if music, because Rom wanted to know if music. And then, before getting an answer, Leo started playing.
Well, Kiana doesn't seem to mind the music. She nods approvingly and
I
kind
just
of
want to
just.
say,
We're
She
not
nodded.
playing well, though.
Proving. Then he rolled a 10 and an 11.
I just want to say,
I'm
Oh,
playing
yeah.
slightly better.
John just walking in and hearing this. So amateurish, but hey, they're trying.
Hey, I mean, 10 is on average. It at least
Yeah.
is not ear bleedingly bad.
Yeah, I would imagine average Tangleharp sounds better than bad Tangleharp.
Definitely.
Ram drank a lot of wine and then started trying to prod people into doing stuff.
Yeah.
Leo's
You see that-
sitting there shirtless playing the taggle harp.
You see that Lug is sort of like sitting there tapping the board a little bit in rhythm with you and nodding his head. And Ronnie, meanwhile, she didn't have any wine last time, and this time she's sort of like sniffing at it. And sort of tries it a little bit. Jerks back just a little bit, and then goes to try and have another sip.
Tastes like spoiled grapes, right?
I never had wine before.
Have you ever drank anything before?
No, not really, no.
Just drink it.
Kiana motions, and as a silver cup slides across the table, this one filled with ale.
That's a little softer.
Give me a drink, bartender.
Gord's
goes
gonna
to try.
Gord's gonna try to make sure she doesn't overdrink.
I was going to say the same thing. I would caution you not to drink too fast.
You don't want to be hungover tomorrow.
That, and if you're still drunk, it'll actually make you colder in the long run.
Oh yes, that's why I don't drink.
It's smart.
Well, that and I'm trying to stay in tune with nature and all that.
Kiana looks toward Don, tilting her head slightly confused. Don shrugs and snaps his finger as a third cup appears, this one with water.
Oh, it's fine. I'm sure I can stomach a cup of ale.
Well,
That's
after
what I
done
should do.
drinking, you should have the water anyways.
Yeah, drinking dehydrates you, so drinking the water kind of counteracts it.
And
Don't
she just poised to Ram, who is probably on his 5th cup or something.
don't worry about your attunement stuff. Some people would say drinking's a spiritual experience in itself.
Don gives a little stretch. Well, as much as I'd like to keep you company during your serenade, I have some obligation to the wife to fulfill
Yes,
on my part.
we know.
Don says as Kiana gets up and join and kind of leans her arm over his as they walk back towards the room, up the stairs to the giant fireplace at the end as it parts for them. As they disappear into the private chambers of the house.
Leo stops playing, looks over at Lug. You and me, buddy. Not like that, but I'm going to sleep on you.
You hitting on him?
He
Lug
does
is,
seem to
Lug
he's-
is slightly uncomfortable with you just deciding that on yourself, but Lug will agree with it.
Tonight, Lugby Little Spoon.
Just Leo stuffed in between his butt cheeks.
Guys, this is supposed to be a dark campaign.
It didn't happen. I'm just rolling with it.
Gordon's gonna devote a
yeah.
turkey leg with one bite.
If Rip is involved, it will not be a dark campaign. Just
Right.
saying.
Hey, we're all having fun.
Right.
That's the important part.
That's the important part.
Also, it's gonna make the what do you call it?
The mode with
The-
flash when stuff goes
Yeah.
off the end.
Yeah, the whiplash is going to be oh so deliciously pay off.
Lug's
yes.
gonna die, and Leo's just gonna be like, my bed!
And with that, you can continue to party, drink, and basically casuals until you eventually decide that it's time for a good night's rest. And turning in for the evening as you have yourself a long rest. Now is a good time to take a break if you need to go, I don't know, to the bathroom or do anything else.
I could use a potty break, yes.
Yeah, me too. I'll be right back.
Yep,
Yeah.
gotta pee.
And when you come back, you can add everything back because long rest.
With that in mind, I'll be right back. I'm going to make another little cheese wrap.
Adding everything back. 104 hit points. Delicious.
Hey, Byron, you should drag this downstairs with you as you go. I had gone downstairs very briefly to grab a drink, and I found one of my cat's favorite toys. Went and kind of dragged it through the house as I grabbed the drink, and oh my god, she was running, and then would run down the stairs and wait for me at the bottom so she could pounce on it. It was the cutest fucking thing.
Sorry, I know you said something, but I was miles away.
That's okay. I was talking about how fucking cute my cat was being.
Oh. My cat has this strange way of being both the most adorable thing on the planet and being fucking annoying at the same time.
Yeah.
Cat.
Oh yeah, cat.
Why am I doing this to myself?
Are you okay?
Don't die.
Not dying on my watch.
No one allowed to die on his discretion.
I'm the DM. I decide who lives and who dies.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Mo said he's gonna do some house cleaning, so he's not gonna talk for a while.
Yeah, we'll see. He better be back by the time you are back.
What?
So when
That's
people
upsetting.
are done, I'll just leave whatever the fuck I'm doing.
You better be watching.
I'm back.
Welcome
Welcome
back.
back.
Wolf.
Well, all of you can mark off that long rest. Probably needed too bad, but it's been had.
Yeah, we're not gonna trudge the mountain during night.
Yeah, that's
For the
probably a
sense of
bad
adventure.
idea. Honestly, I can't fault you for not wanting to trudge a haunted, undead mountain at night.
No? Mm-mm.
In a snowstorm.
In a snowstorm.
What's the worst that can happen?
Comes back, loads gun. Mountain's haunted.
Would you like to hear some really bad Laffy Taffy rapper jokes?
Sure.
No.
No. Yeah. No.
What kind of trees like to give high fives?
Palm trees.
Palm trees.
Yeah.
An insane
Yeah, Laffy Taffy.
who would do anything for his god, and he didn't want to be like too advanced in the middle of the night on that mountain.
Where should you never take dogs shopping?
Oh god.
Where?
To the flea market.
Can I leave now? Can I?
I'm imagining Sigrun over there with the wife, the fire wife, trying to get her to crack a laugh or something, make a noise by telling all these stupid jokes.
I would not have thought about these jokes myself. They were just on my candy wrapper.
I'll need to look at my spell book, but I should. Beside that, I should be ready.
Right? I think that's everyone done.
I believe that deep down inside, everybody can be punny.
I agree.
Maybe so, maybe so. Anyways, as we return, morning reaches you, though it's your internal clock more than anything else that awakens you in this distant realm. As the perpetual dusk is still on the horizon when you awaken, though you feel well rested and warm more than anything else. Log surprisingly provides ample bedding, if one could say. He has a lot of belly fat.
I mean, I'm fine on cushions.
Yeah,
Oh,
Gord's
this
not
was mostly.
That's for my benefit.
Yeah, that was for Leorn.
Mhm.
Also, he doesn't move a lot when he sleeps. He just falls asleep and lies still like a, well, lug.
Leo's just kind of like curled up on his belly, like a cat on somebody's lap.
Ram falls asleep on the hard floor with no pillow and no blanket, mouth agape.
For just because I haven't played a spellcaster on Roll20, I just need to delete my spells and then drag in the other ones, right?
Yes. If you're preparing new spells, yes.
Yeah, I am.
Okay, so on Roll20, there is in your spell sheet.
Yeah.
There should be a
the lock.
little. Oh,
The
wait
lock.
a minute. Where'd they go? Yeah, the lock.
Yeah. I'm aware. I just needed to know that. Because I'm gonna remove Revivify and take something else. Because I don't have the things to revive you if you die, so it doesn't.
What? You
matter.
don't have a really expensive diamond?
No.
Gosh.
Damn.
I know, right?
Adding
And-
that to the loot table real quick, so he
Well, with
has
how much
some-
of a tight ass is, you can just shove a thing of coal up there.
And then I'm gonna change
Ooh.
thaumaturgy for guidance, I
you
think.
cannot change cantrips.
Oh, I can't.
No.
Oh, fair enough. Then. Well, to be honest, I might also remove create food and water since we have this fucking mansion.
We don't get to use it all the time, though.
Fair enough.
It's for emergencies only or when bribes are involved.
That's fine. I don't need to get everything by you. I just need to, right? I just need to do it.
Yes. As long as you make sure you prepare the right amount, everything is kosher.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do it like while we start out. I'm gonna, and the moment I need to cast a spell, I'm not gonna continue.
Don't
Just
fuck it
go
up.
on without me.
Don't fuck it up.
Well, you guys wake up, gather your bearings, find yourselves gathered together once again as the spell begins to fade and the smoke begins to billow out from the fireplace to create a portal back to the mountain. Ronnie,
going to-
yep.
Oh, I was going to say, Leo's going to make sure that he's back in his garb and armor before
Yeah.
that expires.
Ronnie, meanwhile, is preparing the spell that she always casts on you people to make sure that you don't freeze to death.
And we appreciate her for it.
Yes.
Thanks again, Kiana. Love your house. You're an amazing hostess.
I agree. Rum
Me
sells
too, Don says as he appears
But hit
Yes,
the hookah.
with that stupid grin on his face, straightening out his serious case of bad hair.
Back to the mountain. The smoke billows, and in comes the cold, crisp air of the mountain morning. The snowfall is continuous, has not ceased, though it is no storm anymore. The gray clouds have slightly parted, though linger in the sky enough to mar the morning visage a little bit, at the very least. As you enter day 2 on your... Actually, now it's gonna be day 3 of your travels.
Day 3
Wow.
reach peak 1 of 7. This is
Yeah, it's promising, isn't it?
Man, this weather will wake you up faster than any sort of source of caffeine. Ugh.
This is cozy.
What the fuck's caffeine?
It's the thing in tea that, gives you energy.
Oh.
Have you never had coffee? Is that a thing just from our area? He looks over at Dawn.
Don shrugs.
Coffee comes from the southern continent of Abu Arab. It's probably only found in Soldarim because that's the trade capital of the Northern.
Oh. Boy, if
The
we
other-
ever make it back home, do I have stuff to show you.
So how long do we estimate is to the where we're going?
We have no idea.
It's just
I mean-
if I need,
Nobody's ever made it before.
so it's more if I need to bolster our determination for a time.
I mean, it's gonna be more than an hour, that's for certain. Like, we've taken 3 days to reach peak 1, we have to go to peak 7.
We're not actually sure if we have to reach peak 7, as long as we can find a source before that.
Well, let's hope it's not on peak 7 then. Or we're boned. Say,
I'm just gonna see if this works. This is.
I
not
don't think we have much. We have much of a chance lasting a life-ending snowstorm on the mountain.
I'm just pressing this to see if it works because this is I'm not casting it. I'm just looking at. Oh yeah, it works. Cheers.
Mm-hmm.
I sure hope we don't have to go to peak 7. Because
Oh,
then
I'm-
we have to go back.
Well,
Yeah.
often the descent is quicker.
Yeah, we can
climb.
build a big sled and just ski down.
I don't think that's a good idea.
That sounds really fun.
Well, I'll probably survive.
Can't hear you, bro.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yes.
I said, if we die radically.
I can get behind that.
I didn't die whenever I punched the wyvern out of the air. I might survive that too.
Find out.
If you're gonna do something stupid, make sure it's so stupid they name it after you.
Right then, should we continue? The first peak lies right ahead of us.
Alright.
Get there.
All right, let's go.
One foot in front of the other.
One
Indeed.
foot in front of the other.
And so you begin scaling upwards. The climb takes you about an hour to get past the difficult rocks and outcroppings that force you to move in a sort of zigzag pattern just to scale the mountainside. Eventually, you come towards the entrance, towards this sort of opening into the valley, and about the time when you reach it, you hear something, a loud roar, draconic in nature, that shakes the entire foundation of the peak.
Yes, one of those.
What was that?
Gorn, be ready to throw me at it.
I
Did
got
something
my
familiar to you?
I got my neck
I'm
breaking
gonna-
mitts ready.
I'm gonna take an educated guess and say it's a mountain goat with digestion problems.
I think it's the wind.
Leo pauses and then looks over his shoulder at Lug. You feeling alright, buddy?
Log just stands there a little pain for a moment. The scream came, the draconic roar came from the valley ahead of you.
Do you want to try to find a way around? I don't want to get into a fight with something that can make that kind of noise.
Let's see if there is a way around.
Should
It also
I?
might be the thing that we need to fight.
Doubtful.
Should I try? Should I even the odds?
Another
Are you going to summon
roar
a dragon?
rings out. Something's
Um,
weird.
Can... This is going to sound like a weird question.
Mhm.
How would I tell if it sounds distressed?
Make an animal handling check.
Can I? Can I use my survival?
Oh no!
Can
That's
I?
really upset goat.
Can I? Can I somehow use my survival or anything else to see if this is like a dangerous sound or whatever?
Make an animal handling check, I guess.
I'm doing the
actually
same
sure.
as Leo Horn.
Leo, you peek your ears and listen. Something about it doesn't seem right. You were the first one to realize it. You cannot tell what. It's just your gut feeling. And you stopping for a moment, cause both Don and Syrah was to listen for a while, and both of you realize this is not a roar of dominance or even of strength. What you hear is a roar of pain and distress.
Something's in pain.
Somebody's sacrificing a goat.
May I bless you all before we go into the situation?
I wouldn't say no.
How long does it last?
1 hour.
In the name of my father, this armor, and my big ass sword, amen.
I'd like to use motivational speech.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
let's-
was gonna say.
Let's hear your motivational speech.
Okay. Seraphos would like stand with his flaming sword idly stuck in the snow beside him, looking at you.
Meow.
We are here
Meow.
for various.
Dexter, what?
Someone killed the cat.
you go anywhere near my cat, I'll break your neck.
It's a good start.
Hi, kitty.
So, we're here for various reasons, but one thing I do know is that we must be singular in our devotion to this task. Whatever lies beyond these hills and these rocks, we must either contain or destroy. We must serve one purpose, and that purpose is not necessarily a higher goal, but the goal of the group. Yada yada yada. Something motivational speech about teamwork. The cat
Well,
threw me off. I blame the
That
cat.
show was inspired. Don decides to help. He steps up, grabs Seraphos' hand and raises both then and his hand up and shouts, "For the arson lady!"
And another roar of draconic pain rings out all across you, and this seems to trail off and weaken into what sounds less like a mighty roar and more like a whimper.
I feel like we
Nice.
should get moving.
Yeah,
We should
Goran's
get there.
gonna start going. He's not even gonna wait for them to finish talking.
You still get the 5 temporary hit points.
mean,
Actually, you
only
have
5.
to choose.
Yeah,
Yeah,
only
he
5 people get, and I get Goran is not one of them since he trails off.
That's fine. I have the most hit points out of everybody else here. Give it to somebody
I-
who's weaker.
So whoever. Okay, can I choose myself?
Yeah.
All right, 4 people. Who wants to receive the motivational? Because I have no idea.
Oh wait, no, I already have advantage in, or not advantage, proficient. Yeah, fuck it, I'll take it.
Yep.
I mean, 5 extra hit points is life or death for me.
Yep,
Yeah,
take it.
Don is definitely on the squishy side. He needs it.
Yep, take it.
So
Then 1 left.
I wouldn't mind it because yeah, my wisdom stuff
Take it.
is not so good. Thanks.
Now, if you can hate and make me hit things more better, that'd be
Late-
great.
Maybe later.
Maybe later, maybe now.
I start dunking things' heads into the ground.
Dunk on these hoes.
That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I always do.
let's get the tub thumping.
And so you begin trudging upwards into the canyon. And that's when you first notice a trail of fresh blood leading into the canyon from your position. Following
good
this
sign.
blood, are you making a stealthy or a noisy approach?
I mean, Seraphos would rush because this
Yeah.
seems to be something that needs to be fixed right
Guard's not trying to be quiet.
now. Nope,
Yeah, Russian.
neither.
All right, Dexter.
Alright, can I get a marching order?
Goran's up front.
Seraphos is third or second. Oh wait, no, third or fourth.
Leo's probably going to be second.
There is plenty of time for you guys to be rushing side by side, by the way.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'd probably be up by Seraphos then.
Seraphos would be like on the second line, like
Mhm.
like behind the tankies.
Nick would be
So-
ahead of everybody else because he can outpace everyone.
Don is in the back line because he don't want to die.
I will also be in the back because
You don't want to die?
sneaky.
Yep. Sneaky,
Relate-
sneaky, sneaky, peeky.
So
Alright.
I guess Don and Ram is sneaking, while the meat shield are running ahead.
Yep. Lug is behind all of you, being a little bit slower and less mobile. Ronnie is in the back line with the rest of you guys. A little bit ahead of the other two. Cool. Give me a moment, and I'm gonna move you over map. As you rush around the corner into the valley, you find the blood leading into what looks to be a circle. At this circle, you see a massive white dragon, much larger than the ones you have fought before, though this one is tied down with what looks like chains to a iron pillar struck into the ground. It writhes and howls painfully as you see these hooded figures stand there with their hands out. From their fingertips, necrotic energy washes into the dragon, which is growing, its roars growing weaker and weaker by the second.
As soon as I have the opportunity, Leo is going to be beelining for this guy to try and beat it into the dirt.
Well, you have to roll for initiative.
Yep.
All right.
Apparently that opportunity is coming pretty soon.
Damn.
Damn, Nick.
I forgot
can
to
some-
click my token again, and I got a 9.
Yeah.
Oof.
Can you...
I gotta find my token. There it is.
Oof.
Ouch.
To be honest, I don't expect Seraphos to ever roll good on initiative
Yeah, how do I have a -1 on initiative?
because I've done
dex.
my dex. Like
You
there's no
don't?
reason. There's no reason to him to have dex.
Much like with
Except
me and
dex
charisma.
saving throws.
Which saving throws? Well, dex saving
Dex
throws. Is...
saving throws.
Yeah, that's the only one.
That's a
Alright.
big one for a lot of things.
Yeah, but I have 7 in wisdom saving throws, so I'm good. I'm smart.
All right.
I am so
Nick?
smart. SMRT.
SMART.
If you say make a save a dexterity saving throw, I'm gonna hit you.
Doesn't look like it, because the first one to go is Nick.
Let me just double check something real
Can you
quick,
add me
like.
to the turn order? To the
Oh.
turn order? Thank you. I forgot to select my token.
Yeah. What did you roll? 6.
A 6.
Yeah, and I rolled a 9.
Ooh, the sex numbers.
Nice.
Do these look like the things that tried to eat me last night?
Eat you? No, but they are the ones that did the insta down thing.
Gotcha. Alright. I'm not going to look at the one closest, but... Let me just double check distance here. Yeah, the far guy over here is within 60 feet, and he is now in 15 feet of darkness.
This guy?
Yeah.
Or... All
That
right.
guy. I'm casting
Let me-
darkness on him.
15 feet, right?
Yes.
Cool.
Is this difficult terrain, or can I move like normal?
It is not difficult terrain. No, wait. Yes, it is. You guys can't see this guy anymore.
Nick just holds out a hand, clenches his fist, and darkness envelops it. Oh, you've made it invisible to me too.
Yeah,
I can see him.
I realize that.
I have eyes.
Alright, well. I will then run 20 feet this way, because that's as fast as I can.
I want to go first. I don't want to die.
Well, I'm trying to get to the guy because I can do things in darkness.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep. Also,
I mean, I guess
all of them.
Ice in my mouth.
I could bonus action dash, but nah. That'll be it for me.
All right, give me a moment. I'm actually gonna use the aura so you all see this.
That's a big aura.
Oh, no.
Yep. And you ended your turn, right?
Yeah.
Alright, you take 5 points of necrotic damage as you're standing close to these creatures. You can feel your life energy be drawn out from your body as these creatures turn around and begin to realize your presence here.
We might want to kill these things quickly, or from a distance.
I got distance.
Leohorn, as this thing turns around, you realize that Ronnie, last time you faced these creatures, she screamed at you to not look at its face.
Hit it in the balls.
You can look away.
Leo's going to close his eyes and run towards it, using a bonus action to pop a fighting spirit, which will nullify the disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's
Power or
difficult
not
terrain,
power?
Rip.
oh shit, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
you said
difficult.
that.
Shit. Okay. That changes.
Is there any visual, like, a visual impact on this spell taking effect?
Which spell?
The aura.
Their aura, yes. You don't see anything, but you get this overwhelming sensation of necrotic, unholy energy surrounding them. It is like nothing you see, but rather that you feel the aura.
All right, so I don't see anything happening to the dragon, correct?
They have their hands out, and they have this sort of like necrotic chains attached to themselves and into the dragon.
All right, cheers.
Are the chains like rooting, like attaching to them?
Yes.
Like, directly?
Seems to be a magical force that is connecting them to the dragon.
Cool. I'm going to. I can't dash and then slam into them as like a thing, right?
No, you'd have to action surge because you don't have the Charger feat, which is that.
Okay. I wasn't sure if that was a thing that. Okay, so I'm going to dash to here.
Mhm.
Action surge, that way I don't waste that fighting spirit. And make. I'm going to make a grapple attempt.
All right. Make a grapple. You rush to grapple it, but instead, as you're not looking, your hand grabs and you find its coat instead, pulling it off. But not it.
And I can make another one.
Yep. Yes, you can. Now with the coat gun, you just throw it aside and go again in blind, trying to grab it. You find yourself grabbing hold of its arm. It is grappled by you.
And now I can move with it, correct?
Yes, you can, but
You already used your movement.
I dash.
you
So
move at
I
half
have-
speed.
So I have 10 feet of movement left.
You dashed up there. That's 20. That's of your 60 feet of movement. So you have 10 left, and that is hauled by the difficult terrain as well. So you have 5 feet left.
Okay, well then I'm going to grab it and move it this way a little bit.
All right.
Try and get it away from the dragon.
Okay.
And that's my turn. For reference, I do have the shield out in my offhand.
Yep, I gotcha. You take 5 points of necrotic damage as you end within this aura.
Tight. Got it.
Right. Enemy's turn. At this one that you are currently grappling, let's see what he can do. you can feel its gaze burrowing into the back of your skull. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Alright.
That's a pass. You take only 12 points of necrotic damage, as you can feel your skin beginning to rot away. And the other two seem to continue on with their rites, not interrupted, but their gaze continues to linger onwards and travel down as well. I'm gonna check a thing. Okay. I need another Constitution saving throw from you, Leohorn.
Alright.
Alright, that's another save.
Another 12.
Another 13.
That's fine.
The one here is in complete pitch black darkness, and so doesn't do anything except focusing on the dragon, which howls as suddenly a surge of necrotic energy blasts into it and weakens it further. Rani, meanwhile, is gonna run up to you, Goran, slap her hand on your back,
Slap right on the butt.
Clap them
and
cheeks.
hit you with this.
Freedom of movement. Ah, excellent.
You are no longer slowed by the difficult terrain. Then she steps back out of equal parts trepidation and cautiousness. Sigrun.
Alrighty. This one here, I am gonna hex it.
All right.
Pop a hex. Woot woot. And
Papa Hex.
Yep. And then pew pew. Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Perfect.
Double
Perfect.
hex damage on the first one.
What's that?
Double hex damage on the first one.
Alrighty.
So,
There's the first one and the second.
yep. 20, 22, 26, 28. Oh, right. Hex is necrotic damage, huh?
What is it?
No, it's force.
Yep.
Hex.
Oh,
No.
Hex. Sorry.
Yeah.
Meaning damage does not deal as much damage as you thought. The necrotic energy you call from doesn't dig in deep into this creature, and instead they're slammed into mostly by the magical force you created.
Gotcha.
Anything else?
Quick question. Does it seem like they are specifically casting a spell?
It doesn't seem to be it seems to be a spell in casting, if nothing else, but it's more of a ritual.
Okay. Cool. Yep, that's my turn.
That's your turn. Goran.
I would like to rage. So, Gorn goes rushing in on top of the snow now. I can imagine this is pretty fun looking. But
Just
he's gonna
floats up.
he's gonna let out a roar and go rushing this guy near Leo.
All right.
And he's going to recklessly attack
All right.
with.
So you're looking at it.
No, I'm not looking at it. So I'm canceling out my advantage, is what I'm saying. Yeah, my
Okay.
disadvantage.
Okay.
So-
Yes, that's fair.
So,
It's a blind rage.
22 hits. And with a blind rage, you strike into this creature, swinging once. And though the first one misses and almost clips Leo's hair, the other one comes back and you slam into it, feeling that satisfying thud of a heavy punch.
And then I didn't really need to maneuver myself to here before, but I'm gonna do it anyways to give myself a little bit closer to the next guy.
Leo thinks to
Leo.
himself, man, that thing can really throw hands.
And that's your turn.
Yep, that's my turn.
You take 5 points of necrotic damage, halved to 3. At the end of your turn, standing within this aura of unlife. They are surrounded.
It's fine. I haven't even broken 100 hit points yet.
Ram.
I can take it.
Alright, I am going to attack the one that my teammates are attacking.
13 does not hit.
Well,
Um,
21
When
should-
one does.
question.
So,
Because it's grappled, is there a bonus to that, or?
no.
Oh, okay.
Grapple only means it cannot move.
Okay.
But you can apply the sneak attack to the second attack, because that hit.
Oh. Should I roll again, or...
We can take the 21.
The 21's really good.
Yep. As you fire, the first one flies over its head, but the other one you skirt around. Now you're not close enough to see the features of its face, allowing you to shoot at it with impunity. And the second strike hits it right in the side of its jaw.
Brutal. That's all I got.
That's all you got. Lug is not sure what's going on. He's just gonna roar and take the dash action to get in close as he can. And as I said, no one else is looking at it. He's not gonna look at it either. But Aura is Aura. At the end of his turn, he takes 5 points of necrotic damage. Oh, Lug don't like this. Something bad. And it's Don's turn. How are you gonna ruin this encounter for me, bro?
It's expected at this point.
Don is gonna attempt to do the bard thing. I'm gonna use my action to use my universal speech to try calling out to the dragon. And I'm gonna call to it like, hang in there, big guy, we're here to help you. And I don't know. It universal speech means I can't understand it, but it understands what I'm saying if it's intelligent. So I don't know if it's intelligent enough to have speech, but it's a dragon, so I'm banking on it. Let's see here.
You're here to help me.
Like I said,
For this bindings.
is it speaking in common?
Yes.
Working on it, big guy.
Working on it. I'm gonna have to. Okay, I have a plan, but I'm gonna have for you to trust me on this one, Don Consult, but I'm gonna have to wait for next turn for my spell. Can I roll a persuasion to have the dragon trust me?
Dragon doesn't seem to trust you much. It just doesn't have much of a choice at the moment.
Alright. So, but yeah, like I said, since I used universal speech, seemingly for no good reason, but I'm gonna stand by it. So next,
Well,
that's
you
my
didn't
turn.
know it spoke Coban.
Yep, I'm gonna retreat some, so be out of the aura. So, yep, boop.
Alright.
Hello. So the dragon is constrained and doesn't move.
Yes, it is bound with some kind of chains to an iron pillar in the middle of this circle of drawn of blood.
Seraphos is gonna yell out, "Well, if I heal you, can you break the chains?" Does it reply?
And the dragon responds, If I could have broken these chains, these creatures would have been nothing but broken, shattered ice for my meal by now.
Okay, so it's clearly not dying. So I'm gonna cast Bless on Goran,
Horny.
Night Person, Leohorn, and What's the
You will have to be within 30 feet to keep the target
is it
somewhere.
30? Oh gosh. Yeah, I'm gonna move here. That's enough, right? It's not.
I think you have to move your full 15 feet of move.
That be in range.
You would be in range of the aura, yes? You can target someone else with bless instead of Goran.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
better.
Yeah. Yeah. So Leo, crossbow guy. What the fuck is the crossbow guy's name?
Leo?
Ram.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about also putting it on Dawn. All right, and I'm gonna give Leo, because I'm casting it with Order's Demand. I'm doing it as a bonus action, and I'm also gonna use Voice of Authority and give Leo the chance to use his reaction to immediately attack.
Okay.
Smash!
Given the, because the sword is technically sheathed in the shield, am I able to make an attack with it?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. If you weren't able to attack, I wouldn't.
No, I can attack. It was just, am I going to be punching it or am I going to be stabbing it? So, what was
It will take damage.
Yeah, I think you can keep grappling it and attacking it. I'm not really sure how, but I think you can lock it under your shield arm and just drag out the sword to stab it with quick.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
Don't forget, you still have disadvantage
Yes,
unless you choose to look at it.
That's what I was going to ask, because it wouldn't be at disadvantage. But
Yeah, because fighting spirit goes away at the end of your turn. You try and stab, and this wiry creature seems to duck beneath your blow.
Nice.
Pull the cloak over its face.
I already threw it away.
And then I'm gonna use my.
Yeah, that
action
one's
to-
naked.
And then I'm gonna use my action to use Sacred Flame.
Oh, you cast Bless as a bonus action, I guess.
Yes, correct. And I'm gonna use
Alright.
Sacred Flame.
Roll for damage.
Yes. 2 sec.
It saves. As the flames come crashing down upon it, a profane word is spoken from its mouth in a language spoken only by demons, abyssal, and it's just denounces the goddess in the most profane of ways.
It says, fuck.
And I think that's all I can do. So,
Right. Nick, at the start before you go,
Uh-huh.
you hear a dread howl ring across the mountains. And
That doesn't sound good.
these creatures come up right behind you, right about
Wolf
here,
hyena or something?
and here. They look like wolves at first glance. However, a second glance, see rotting flesh, broken splinters of bone, and exposed rib cages, along with glowing red eyes fueled with hatred. These are undead wolves.
Great.
Your backline in danger.
Roll initiative for them. Alright, a 13, not bad, but you guys will have some time to react before that. And then, Nick, you're the first one to go.
Cool. Let's go ahead and use my bonus action, pop the key, and dash. Because then I can get to here.
Monks.
Let me just bonk.
And I forget. How much is the bless? D6?
D4 to hit.
D4. Okay.
Yep. And can you see in your darkness?
Yep.
All right. In that case, you have to look away still, because it's not about it looking at you; it's you looking at it.
Even if I'm behind it?
Yes.
Okay.
No, wait, actually, no. You have to see its eyes, and since it can't look at you, you can maneuver. I will say, as a DM, yes, you can maneuver around it, since it does not know you are there. Or, well, it can see you.
It's about to know I'm there.
Yeah, and when it does, it's stunned. Go ahead and do your monk bullshit.
Well, to be fair, I burned my bonus action, so I can't attack it 4 times.
Yeah, true, but you can make 2 power attacks at advantage with a d4 to hit.
Yeah, I can.
Are you going to do?
Yeah, I am. I really should put, now that we have a person who can put bless on here, I really should include bless as a thing.
Definitely.
I forget how to do that, but I'll do that later.
Yeah.
Alright, so power attack, cocking the knee back just like how Henry Cavill reloads his arms. It's time to kick this thing in the ass.
Alright.
Do I need the +4?
No, I need to ask, is that your staff? Or your eskrima?
The Cobalt Crusher, it's... I was leading with my leg. So, monk, magical attack thingy.
Oh, it's an unarmed strike.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just need to know, because magic works just fine as your leg just comes out and kicks it right in the backside. And now the creature wildly looks around and realizing you are there. You have enough time to kick it once again before you have to turn away. And you do, to great effect.
Nice.
As you just swing a cob with a leg right at it, striking away.
I will then turn away from it. It's like, okay.
Nope, as it just turns towards you. Can't see you, but it knows you're there.
It's like when your pet knows it did something wrong. If I don't make eye contact with it, I'm not in trouble.
Yep. And then that's when you see these undead wolves come walking up, sniffing the air.
Oh, hi boys, how you doing?
End of your turn.
Yep, end of my turn. I'll take the whatever damage it is.
5.
5
5
yes.
necrotic damage. Leohorn.
All right.
I like to imagine my darkness cloud is just the cartoon tussle fight thing going on, right?
I have +2, correct?
Yep.
Yes.
And it's a D4.
Yep.
Sorry, I was making a little modifier thing.
Where is that so I can do that?
Global skill, or I'm sorry, global attack modifier field in the cog on the far
okay.
right. Yeah. I'm going to make 2 slashes at it at disadvantage.
Yep. With a +2 because you're flanking with Goran.
Oh, hi.
Hits.
Alright.
That's not a magical weapon, however.
No.
So you strike in, but you feel like you're not getting appreciation. It feels a lot like you're striking through dusty cloth.
Noted.
Oh, the critical miss definitely missed.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
The first one.
Alright. That's fine.
Yep. Still grappling it?
Yep.
Alright.
Is he going to make an athletics check to try and get away?
Nope. You do take the 5 necrotic damage
That's fine.
from standing in its aura. And at the start of its turn, it lets loose a baleful wail. Let's see.
Oh, boo-hoo.
We're so sad for you, Mr. Undead Freak thing.
Cry me a river and send me the receipt.
I need Goran, Leohorn, and Lug to make wisdom saving throws.
I get to do it at advantage.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you hit that.
Yep.
The goddess.
+2.
So I don't get any advantage on wisdom. That's
18.
19.
3.
Oh no.
Good
Lug.
job, Lug. Good job, buddy. He tries his best. He's just
Lug.
a moron.
Definitely tries his best, and you see how both of you manage to sort of resist the effect. You take let's see, 13 involved. 7 points of necrotic damage. Goran, you take half of that, which is 4, and Lug takes the 13. And you just see how your life energy is being drained and flows into this creature instead. Worst part for Lug. Lug is stunned. And this creature is hit.
Lug is what?
Lug is stunned.
Oh.
Yeah, but what happened?
It let loose a baleful wail and suddenly
No.
began to absorb the life energy of those around it.
Oh, I'm just being snarky because his slug isn't too fast. Now he's stunned.
Oh, I get you.
Easy, but slower now.
Joke.
Sorry,
Cool.
I'll shut the fuck up.
So this rest of these now break away from the dragon. This one is gonna move about here, and it's gonna take a gander at you, Goran. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. I get advantage in those, right?
Nope.
No,
Nope.
doesn't matter.
Oh shit.
No, it did not. You take 14 points of necrotic damage, halved to 7.
What are you looking at?
Can't even see it.
I'm looking at you, sweet cheeks. Come over and sit on Daddy's lap.
This one, being that it can't see you, Nick, is gonna give out, let loose this wail as well. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
The one that's right there by me.
Yes, since it can't see you.
Wisdom saving. Okay, not at advantage. Because I didn't get the thing.
Yeah, but you do have the D4 and you saved anyways.
Oh yeah, that's right. I also have a +4 to wisdom saves.
You take 12 points of necrotic damage as this creature begins to absorb your energy.
This is a war of attrition. Which one of us is gonna go down first?
Definitely is. And what's worse, the dragon again loses a bit of its vitality as it begins to roar and thrash, weakened and frail. Ronnie needs directions. What do you want her to do?
She should run.
Alright.
She
She's
should
gonna
just
move
go-
up over
yeah,
there.
Wait,
Yeah.
She would have cast Healing Word on Nick, but she can't see him.
Look, it's for the greater good at the moment. If this thing
So-
can't see anybody else, it can't attack anybody else.
So she's just gonna heal Leo instead for 7 hit points.
What I'm hearing is that Nico is just.
What I'm hearing is Rip is muted.
Hey.
Jen is gonna try some Frostbite on the evil thing. It crit The rolls a nat one, so it takes a whole whopping 3 points of cold damage. She's helping, guys.
She helped.
Hey, you know what? It's a help.
Their number go down.
She protect, she attack.
Sigrun.
Cool. Yeah, since I can also see this thing, I'm going to keep hitting at it. Let's do another couple Eldritch Blasts.
Ooh, yeah, those hit.
And
Ooh.
I mean that doesn't really do much, but that's okay.
That's okay.
That's
You
still
just undid whatever vitality it drained from Nick, it immediately loses as it's slammed into by these bolts of eldritch energies fired at it.
Which means it's probably now looking in my direction, wondering where the fuck that came from.
Yup. Tag team.
Can you see through my magical darkness?
I can.
Nice.
She has devil sight.
Filth.
Well, it's technically face side. It's just called devil sight for some reason. Anything else you want to do?
Doesn't make it less heretical.
This coming from the heretic.
I'm actually gonna move here.
Okay.
Goran is going to fucking smash this guy's head. Once again, I'll take the normal attack using my reckless.
Yep. Hits.
And doesn't
misses.
That was such a fucking bitch little hit too. God damn.
You
It's like
slam down with both fists, and the creature sort of like inches back. You only hit it with one of your fists instead of both. Having to close your eyes and guess where it is, it makes it hard to really land those punches. Anything else?
I don't think there's anything I can really do other than hit it. Just see if there's any. Nah, that's it. That's all I got.
End of your turn, you take 3 points of necrotic damage. As these creatures begin rushing up towards you, they're gonna make 2 attacks against Adlet and 1 against Ram. At advantage. So a 15 against Ram and a 22 and an 18 against Adlet.
Yeah, both of those hit.
Alright, Adlet, you suffer 15 points of piercing damage and 16 points of necrotic damage halved because you're an Asimar.
Yep.
So you have resistance.
So you said 15 plus how much?
15 plus 6, 8. 15 plus 8, so 23 in total.
Ouch.
Ram, you suffer 8 points of piercing damage and 5 points of necrotic damage.
Yeah, and I'm gonna Celestial Rebuke one of those.
Wait, what were the numbers again?
You suffer 8 points of piercing damage and 5 points of necrotic damage for a total of 13 points of damage. And I need you to make a Constitution save throw. Also, I need to. What?
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
That was with bless. Adlet, I need you to make 2 Constitution saves as well for concentration on Hex.
Yep. Shit.
Yeah, Hex is gone. Ram, the bite tears into your hand, and immediately you see it dripping with foul bile, and you feel a burning sensation in your arm. You feel that sort of burning as well, Adlet, but it doesn't seem to affect you. Well, wait, actually, how many levels in Paladin do you have?
2.
Alright, I need you to make 2 Constitution saving throws more. Okay, you save. Whatever foul miasma these creatures are spewing, you manage to resist. But Ram, you can feel it coming into your body. whatever it is.
Well, that sucks.
I would like to celestial rebuke this one.
All right.
Actually, no, this one. This
All
one.
right. Burn away. Rolls a 19 on the saving throw, so it's half damage. But still, as it bites you, the radiance just bursts out and burns it, and you see this creature cower away from you. I feel it's not going to go after you again.
Good.
These two near Nick are gonna make attack in blind, but they also have advantage because pack tactics. 17 and 19 to it.
Both miss.
You just hear the sound of footfalls in the snow and turn around and just dodge and leap over them as the fangs come lashing out against you.
It would be really cool if you all could see me.
These creatures are gonna run up here using a bonus action dash, and then some gnomes. One against Goran, and one against Leon, both at advantage because they have a friendly within. 19 against Goran and 18 against Leon.
Yeah, it hits me.
You're muted.
You think
Negative. Sorry, I was fixing my my headset.
cool. I need. Let's see here. Well, you'll take half, so it's 8 points of piercing plus 4 points of necrotic, 6 points of damage in total, Goran, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
And then con saving throw.
Yeah, you pass. You can feel the burn as well, but you sort of grab and just brush off whatever drool was left in the wound.
How much damage could I do by hitting this guy with this other guy?
Not enough.
Not a lot,
Twice.
but some, I guess. Ram, your turn.
Alright, so I'm gonna use my reaction to move away.
Yeah, you can do that.
So I'd get like 5 feet then.
10 feet.
10 feet?
10 feet. I round up when it comes to difficult terrain and stuff for that.
Okay. How's Adelat on dexterity saving throws?
Not great, but
Okay. I guess I won't kill you then.
please don't.
He wants to, but he can't.
No friendly fire.
2. I can't. Everybody gets in my way all the damn time.
Just need to high roll initiative, stupid.
Huh?
Just need to roll higher initiative so you go first, stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
of
come on,
course.
forehead.
Or forehead.
Roll higher.
High five me through the wall, Rip.
But I'm gonna.
Did you just put a hole through the wall? Jesus Christ.
I high five like a goddamn bro.
I'm gonna shoot at the one that attacked me, I guess.
All right, this one.
Yeah.
Fire away. That hits. I believe, yes, it does. And boy, howdy, did that do a lot of damage to it.
Good lord, yeah, it did.
Shit.
You take aim and just fire, hitting right through one of its eyes, and the bolt just goes right into its skull and sticks out on the other side. Though the creature still begins to move, though more sluggish than before.
Nice shot,
Alright.
bro.
And
Good
again.
job, bruh.
Fuck!
That misses.
God damn it!
Hey, you got a good one earlier.
I wish he was better. It's like he's definitely dominant with one of his hands, you know.
That's your turn?
Yeah, I don't think. Wait, I still have movement.
Yeah.
Still have 15 feet. So run away! Can I move
Yep.
here?
Lug
Alright.
is stunned, but manages to snap out of it at the end of his turn. Dawn!
Dawn is gonna slowly back away from spooky, scary hounds. And it's gonna move here. And I am gonna having more or less confirm that the dragon must trust in us because it doesn't have much choice. I'm gonna cast polymorph on it, turning it into an eagle, hopefully letting it slip through the chains.
All right. You
So-
point out, and there is nothing that an unwilling creature. Okay.
I mean, that's why I said, can I roll to see if it trusts me? You said it has no choice by trusting us. So I'm taking it that it's willing.
Oh, you probably should have mentioned that you wanted to cast polymorph on it for it to be willing, because when you said if you trusted us, I thought you meant is it going to be on your side or is it gonna eat you when you free it?
Well, I guess since talking's action, can I roll now? Like, trust me on this
Yes.
one.
Now you can do it.
All right. Let's see here. Don't fail me, persuasion.
I don't think your persuasion can fail you.
It is the absolute. It's one better than minimum.
Yep. All right. You see that it looks towards you with tired, weary eyes. It says, "Do what you must, for they have already done worse."
It's not gonna be bad, but please, but you might not like. Get some space, and I'll turn you back as soon as you're free. Don says as he weaves his magic and casts a powerful new spell.
Yep. And poof! There is no longer a dragon in chains, but instead a giant eagle. You said.
A regular eagle, a tiny
Oh.
eagle. It's just so it can slip out of the bindings
Yep.
and fly. And fly into the sky, and on his next turn, he's gonna dispel and turn it back into a dragon.
Yep. All right. Cool. I had going it at the end of their turn, so I'm just gonna add it to the turn order there. All right. Cool. Anything else?
Nope, that's his turn. He's done his movement and his action.
All right. Seraphos.
Do I know if my spiritual weapon can hit in darkness?
I think you can. I don't think it Specia says you have to see it, but I
No.
think I give you disadvantage regardless because you will be guessing where it is.
Well, I'm gonna step right here, so 5 foot. Then I'm gonna cast Turn Undead. So
Oh boy, here it comes.
Yep, here it comes. Do I need to roll anything for that or just damage?
No, it's they who will have to do some saving throws. All right, and so this thing, powerful as it is, resists the turn effect. Though it was still grappled, so even if it had been turned, it wouldn't have been able to run. However, these lowly bestial forms are immediately turned. The
Nice.
light washes over them, and any fighting spirit they might have had as they arrived, undead though it may have been profane, disappears in a flash, and they are all turned.
Smashy smash.
Nice. And do I need to roll? Yeah. Do I need to roll 5 times?
No, you can roll once for all of them.
I hope this is good. And it's gonna be radiant damage.
Yep.
It's a one good and one bad roll. It's average.
Yeah. Guess.
Painfully average.
Yeah.
Painfully average. This one is completely incinerated. The others burn and catch ablaze in this divine fire, causing them to want to run for the hills. It still deals half damage to the one that's saved, which I mean is not to say a lot, but it's something.
And then I cast Spiritual Weapon as my bonus action, and I'd like to upcast it to. I like to cast it here.
Mm-hmm.
Here.
All right.
And how the hell do I upcast it?
When you click on it, you should get an option to.
No, that's only description. I need to do it in the here. Yeah, and then it's level 4. To hit the big, to hit this guy. Well, the big guy. Yep.
The burning blade appears and swings through the air, tearing into the creature as the flames lick through its body, and it howls as the magic just burns away at its form. It is looking weaker now.
Nice. Can I still move out of the thing? Out of the
If you
circle?
have movement left, yes.
I only move 5, and I can move 15 or 10. Well, it doesn't matter. I can move 10.
Yep.
Move out of it, and that's my turn.
That's your turn.
Hey, bro, before we go, what are the mechanics for stop concentrating on spell since it's something you can do
Whenever.
with your attack?
You can
So,
drop it
yeah,
down.
could I technically stop concentrating when on the dragon's turn so it can fly
Yes.
up and turn back into a dragon?
Yes.
Sweet.
Sweet indeed. Nick.
Okay, as a bonus action, everything within 30 feet of me. Well, that's kind of unfortunate. I think I get to choose, though. Let me double check this.
Yeah, double check that.
Of your choice, okay. The,
All right,
the three
cool.
creatures that are currently around me need to do a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw, or they're terrified of me.
Alright. So, one of the hounds save, the other one is indeed terrified of you, as is this undead creature, which surprisingly does not have immunity to frightened. Oh wait, they do have. Never mind me.
I was mostly hoping the dogs.
Yeah. One of them, the other rolls a 16.
Fair enough.
I was just gonna say good to know, but apparently not.
Mm. I was hasty. This dog is now frightened of you.
Bitchin'.
Does it have to use a reaction to run away, or is it just frightened?
Frightened for a minute. A creature makes saving through a disadvantage if you're in complete darkness. Oh, it's a disadvantage because they're in complete darkness.
Oh, that's good to know. Yeah, the other one rolls a -1 on that. So they are both of you.
A creature can repeat the saving throw at the end of its turn as long as it cannot see me. So on their turns, they can, but yeah, it doesn't cause them to run away or anything.
Alright. But they are scared of you.
Yes.
You can hear them whimper even in their undead form as the sensation of fear just returns to them.
Yeah, they just suddenly see these, like, bright cobalt blue flaming eyes appear out of the darkness before fading away again.
Anything else?
Yeah, I'm going to beat the undead thing. As long as I can, maneuver slightly so that its face is not in my face.
I mean, it turned away to look at Adelet when she blasted it.
Bitchin'! I'm gonna cock my leg back and try to punt it through the field goal. Yeah!
Remember your plus.
It's there.
Yep.
Nice.
That hits and deals a massive amount of damage. You hear ribs cracking, or well, some bone cracking and breaking.
Second verse, same as the first. If it's still up.
It's still up.
Kick him in his worst.
Ugh.
That misses. As it doubles over, you come back for another, but it just sort of like doubles over into the snow, and you just kick a little bit too high.
Cool. Let me double check. Is anything else I would like to do right now? Like,
Run.
I already used my bonus action for that one. Yeah, sure. Let's.
I mean,
Yes.
they will get opportunity attacks. They just have disadvantage, which they had anyways because they can't see in the dark.
Yeah, let's just position away from them.
All right, the wolves. They have disadvantage, but they all still have pack tactics. I mean, I doubt they're gonna hit your AC with a 17 and an 18.
That's a no.
Nope.
I was double checking if I could just teleport out of it.
I think you used a bonus action though.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. I rubbed blood on my amulet so I could make them afraid of me.
Yep.
But hey, you know, it means they can't come any closer until the end of their next turn when they get a save again.
Yep.
And it's 5
They
more.
have disadvantage on because
Yeah.
they're still in darkness.
It's 5 damage for being in the aura.
Yep.
Okay.
Leohorn.
Alright. I'm going to sheathe the sword and shield. And... there it is. Put that. What was the effect of the things whenever I looked at them?
Constitution saving throw. You take damage, or if you fail it too much, you die. Well, not die, but you go in down state.
Yeah. Don't fail twice.
Is that per attack or just per turn?
It's per every time you look at it, straight at it.
So is it per attack or per turn?
Yes. So if I look at it and make 2 attacks this turn. am I
Oh
making
no,
2
no!
saves?
It's once per turn. Once per
Okay.
turn.
Yeah, Leo's going to like grapple with it for a second more before just kind of like half shoving it away, slamming the short sword back into its sheath, and then reaching over his shoulder and grabs his fucking 2-handed sword. And he's going to use a fighting spirit. Oops, I keep clicking the wrong thing. For another 5 temporary hit points.
All right.
Let me burn that. Yep, 5. Okay. And advantage on my attack,
Mm-hmm.
as I'm going to attack it while looking at it.
All right.
And I have bless still, correct?
Yep.
So
Make-
I'm going to make 2 power attacks.
First, make the Constitution saving throw.
Alright.
Plus.
You pass with flying colors.
Yep.
I think it's still. Give me a moment. I think just take half damage. Yes, you do. Looking at this creature fills you with a sense of utter revulsion. It is just not even being religious. It is still something so profane and unnatural that your eyes sort of like struggle to make sense of this creature's existence, and that just racks your brain. You take 8 points of psychic damage.
Alright, 8 minus 5 because of and now I'm going to make my 2 power attacks at advantage.
So, first one does exactly what it says on the bin, and you just chop down. Its head falls clean off. That creature is dead.
Fuck yeah.
Leo's revulsion channeled into a singular strike. Just.
Can the severed head still do damage?
Yes, it's face down in the stone at the moment.
And these things are being turned, correct?
Yes.
So attacking them would break that.
Yes. But you can do it one at a time, otherwise you'll be chasing them down like you did with the last time.
Yeah, fuck that. Do I still get a +2 for flanking with a spiritual weapon?
No.
Oh well.
That still hits and absolutely massacres it.
Nice.
As you swing the blade around, coming down for a second strike, you just impale this undead hound right through, leaping, pulling it up, and then throwing it aside.
Leo just lets out this. And is going to. Let's see. Yeah, I didn't get freedom of movement. That was just Goran, correct?
Yes, but only Goran.
Okay.
And only party at one.
Goran, party of one.
Oh, it's getting late. I didn't see that before.
15. That's.
Oh shit, yeah, it is.
Damn.
Oh wow,
It's
yeah.
real late.
We've almost been going for 4 hours.
And that's my turn. Actually, no, hang on. That's not quite my turn. I'm going to. I'm also going to use a second.
Alright.
So D10 plus.
Wait.
Oh
You
wait,
already...
no, I can't.
Yeah,
Combine
you-
experience. Okay, never mind.
Alright.
Also, bro, I think you forgot to add the dragon into the initiative. 'Cause I haven't seen it.
No, I have not. It's just been on the DM layer because it goes at the same time as these guys.
Alright.
So as these guys prepare to engage again, suddenly this eagle takes to the skies.
Call.
Do you drop concentration then?
I drop concentration as it gains height.
The call is replaced with a draconic roar of fury and rage, the likes of which you have not felt or heard before from this creature. It gazes down with a fury and speaks to you all. You have freed me. I shall give you this one boon. Duck! And then it channels its breath into itself. And in a display of absolute draconic majesty, flies around and tears across the field, breathing this frozen breath of sheer cold destruction. If it will roll it for me. You know what? I'm just
Okay.
gonna roll it here.
No, fam, it's taking a break. It's taking a little nap.
Oh, there it is.
Holy shit!
Shit, that was a damn good roll.
Absolutely annihilating the wolves, this guy, and actually this guy as well.
Fuck yeah.
Damn.
And you guys too, unless you took its advice and ducked.
No, we ducked.
We ducked.
I ducked.
Big duck.
I can take that.
Quack.
If you do, I'm not healing you.
So, quick question. I had to step out for a second. What is this status effect on me?
Oh, that. Don't worry about that yet.
Oh, okay.
Yet.
The dragon flies around and then takes a perch up upon this rock here.
Bye, Miss Dragon. Mrs. Dragon? Do you have genders? I don't know a lot about dragons.
Of course they have genders.
You see that the dragon.
Changelings don't have genders.
I'm Roxaris. You can address me as such.
That's fair.
Roxaris, we are much appreciate the help there. Don says, giving a bow.
You're welcome.
Had our situations been different, I had looked upon you as prey, but I have more pressing matters at hand. The bloody hag will pay for her treachery.
Hag?
The dragon looks down upon all of you, speaking again in its draconic riddles. You are far from your lands. This mountain belongs to me, but I will suffer your presence for the time being.
I'll be here for a constant figure 4 more days. Then we promise we'll skedaddle out and leave you to your mountain. Rule your mountain in peace.
I believe that there's a chance our goals are aligned. We are also here to sort things in your mountains to make sure that things are according to the status quo, which has been upset.
If there are any intruders on this mountain that are causing these issues, we are here to take care of them.
You mere mortals entertain the thought of dealing with the machinations and entrap a dragon. Well, far be it from me to discourage such arrogance. Should you die, at the very least, your treasure will be easy to claim.
And if we die, you will have your feast.
That is indeed true. And as the dragon stands there, its energy slowly returning to it, you suddenly hear another draconic roar far away in the distance at an even greater peak away from you. And you see that the dragon looks up. Merlexa, I must go. But you, a final boon. Beware the hag. She wears the cloth of sheep, but holds the fang of a wolf. And with that, he takes to the skies with his mighty wings and flies off into the distance.
The hag doesn't happen.
What did you say?
The hag doesn't happen to be a halfway, and he's gone.
And he's gone.
Can I decipher his riddle with thieves can't?
No, because thieves can't.
Oh!
Oh, that's
Get
bad.
out. Just to be a complete pendant, did the old woman from before wear sheep's clothing in any sense?
I mean, you know what? Just make a history check for me.
Getting me to roll instats, you terrible person.
You cannot remember.
Oh.
It's been a long time since you crossed anyone on these mountains except these people. Dawn, yes, she wore a mantle of sheep's clothing.
Fuck.
And with that, we'll end today's session. Hope you all enjoyed it.
I just like that.
Fuck. Yeah.
Ah, fuck!
I just imagine Dunn being like that old bitch, just like that ending.
Well, thanks for watching, chat.
It was fun.
This was fun.
Hope you enjoyed the misadventures on the mountains, and hope you guys had fun dealing with today's tribulations. And well, the fight come a little later than expected, and brought on along. So I'm not gonna hold you any longer than you want to. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Good night.
Right.